Let me see. Oh wait, am I already live? Oh shoot. I didn't realize I heard everyone live on TikTok. Hey! Hi Sky! Welcome back. Hold on, wait. I gotta fix this scene because you guys aren't seeing anything. So this was the sock game that I was telling you about. Hold on. Scenes. Hell, what just happened to it? Oh, here it is. And then sock. Guilty as sock. I think you guys should be able to see it now. Yeah. So this is the game, Guilty as Sock. I took a bit of time to get ready, I'm not gonna lie. And then yeah, I had them waiting for me. I'm so sorry.
And tonight we have 3 friends, where 2
Yes,
of them are
we
going to be
do.
yelling at each other, and
Yes,
I'm
we
going to be
do.
You
delivering the verdict. And
So
I'm
you
did not be
claim. Like,
delivering
how
the
dare you
I'm
think that you can be the
totally
leader?
not going to send gavels flying at Milky's head.
What did you say?
gavels flying towards heads.
I can
No, I
use
most
the gavel to
definitely heard him
control
the
the
first time.
debate, knock out lawyers, and deliver your verdict.
I heard him the first time. You didn't need to repeat it.
Backsassing the judge.
I most definitely am, because who said he gets to be the judge? I did not approve, nor do I
Me.
agree.
Well, you're
You
not
might
in the
not have
game.
approved, and you might not agree, but I took the position, and I will
What
not
did
be
he
relinquishing
say?
it.
The freaking audacity. Wait till you
No,
get in the
it's
game.
not audacity. It's called I was just here first after Kifo, and Kifo
No,
didn't
get in the game.
choose, so I took it.
Wait, look, you guys are already in the game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shoot!
We're sitting
Okay,
in, yeah, he posted the code in the VC chat.
he did.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just tell me
Because
the
I asked
code
him to.
so I don't have to go back?
Oh, so we
Or do
can
you...
have people joining.
You could just check it on your phone.
That's a good point. I can. You're so smart. You're so smart. Oh my gosh, where's my phone?
There's a whole reason on why we hide codes.
I'm sure they'll be fine. I don't think anybody will do that.
That's what you think.
What happened last time when we thought it was okay for a
Who-
random viewer, no offense, to join via Aster?
Oh yeah, that did not end very well.
Damn.
It ended quite horribly.
That person left a couple minutes before.
He lasted
Oh my
one
God.
round in Among Us.
Oh, that is true.
What was he doing?
You don't want to know.
He was playing a lot of soundboard things which are not appropriate.
Extremely racist, even for us.
Even for us is insane. We literally have a racist chat.
Okay, you might not want to be saying that out loud.
It's okay.
They
realize my personality.
Oh goodness
go
gracious!
Dax,
Turn
on
it off.
defense.
Hold on.
Billy.
Milky. Go
Yeah?
to press escape, go to settings, and turn your voice activation to none. So that way it's not having two Milkies. One Milky is enough.
What? So we're doing the
Good.
in-game chat.
No.
No. We're
Discord.
doing Discord. So go to settings.
Mm-hmm.
So press escape, go to settings, and then where you see communication, go to voice activation and click none.
That's it?
So that way, it should be.
Guys, there's a jurors mode on freaking Twitch.
Kifo, she's still echoing.
Is it better?
There we go.
Yes.
You just
Okay.
need to put it to
Tremendously.
none or push.
But
the button.
guys, there's jurors mode. Should we try that?
Well, we need more people.
Like people to watch us, right?
No, that's not how that works.
No, it means
Oh.
Twitch is going to beat the jurors. We don't.
So that would be fine, right?
I don't know how to do that.
All right,
That
never
already
mind. It's
set
fine.
up for me.
It's fine. It's fine.
I say we figure out how things work before we try to include viewers.
Okay. To be fair though, viewers be the best teachers. I'm not gonna lie. Ain't that right, Sky?
Yeah. I mean, they can be. It really just depends. But at the same time, with something like this,
Mhm.
I would automatically assume it'd be better for at least 3 of us, who will be most likely playing with more people, to figure out how things are, so that way we can just show them
Yeah.
how things work.
That's fair.
Plus,
So what do
for
we do now? Oh, press
in
ready.
case, yeah, press ready. We both need to. So that way, for example, any of my streamers, Kifo viewers, and your viewers, later on, if they decide that they want to be in a juror position, then they can. But
Mhm.
respectfully, I would kind of ask for them to be muted, so that way, they're not interrupting.
Yeah.
Defendant's name.
Did I get to pick my name? I don't even think I got to name myself. Is this controller or not? What's going on? No, it's not. Oh my gosh. This poor buddy, Charlie. Charlie is accused of being tired to Yes. Yes.
All right.
Guilty. I should not have to defend this. She's guilty.
No, you're supposed to. You're supposed to be the defense.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. She
Ow.
guilty. Tag her in this too.
Sorry.
Sniped.
Are you throwing paper?
Yes.
I can throw paper too, can I?
No.
Oh my gosh. Did he just what did he just do to me?
You're a gavel.
Bonk.
Ow. Oh, it
Did he
mutes
just throw a
you. The gavel mutes for like a few
Bonk.
seconds.
He just
Yeah.
hit me again.
Well, it's so that is how I can sit here and like control courtroom. So like, say if Kifo's trying to make his point, I can sit here and hit you if you're interrupting him.
Oh, now you're just hitting me for no reason at this point.
No, I was just showing you.
Okay.
I was perfectly silent. I wasn't saying nothing.
Stop throwing things at me.
Now we don't. You guys woke me up on my day off, so I'm still in my robe.
So
What?
Shut
No,
it.
are you supposed to be doing something?
am I what? What do you mean?
Let the evidence present and build a narrative. Turn. It's not my turn, so it's Millie's turn.
Okay. Might hold secrets or moths.
It honestly might be
What
mine.
the hell?
What do you need to do over there? Which side are you supposed to pick?
I have no freaking idea.
Create a 60-second Twitch poll and let your chat vote with yes or no. Oh, so that's for like Twitch stuff.
Oh, is that just for judge?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because like, do you guys have a bar right below Charlie is accused of being too tired?
Yeah,
to
yeah,
stream?
I do.
You guys have.
It's
Okay,
split down
so
the
yeah,
middle.
yeah.
What the hell?
So like, I have a few things up here. I got paper. I got a notepad, so like I can take down notes. I got a balance scale for Twitch. I got my gavel, so I can make my decision and everything. And I'm gonna throw paper at him.
I have no idea what I'm supposed to do right now.
Yeah, see, that's why I wanted to figure out what we're doing first before we try to include other people.
Well, so I have to wait for my turn. I don't know if it's my turn or not.
I'm just clicking. What's going on? Breaking news. Stressed intern. Sorry for that poor intern, I guess.
Well, no, that's the witnesses.
Man,
Your
I'm
witness
mad.
is the stress. Is my witness of the stress in charge or?
I have no freaking idea.
Tab.
Oh, my witness is the stressed intern.
So I can pull up an evidence tab, a breaking news tab. I can look at the witnesses, which is a stressed intern and a policeman. Okay, so this is like, I don't know if you guys have it. Like-
I have the evidence and I know who the
Okay.
yeah, who the witnesses are.
So I think, yeah, no, I honestly just picked like the easiest job.
But so you have red and blue. Are you supposed to hit one to see whose side goes first?
Maybe. So, you know what, we'll go.
Oh, present your evidence.
Okay, so yes, it was on. Yeah, so it was mine.
I present the
Invitation
invitation card. An invitation was sent out for Charlie to
Yes, of course,
join.
forgotten even.
Charlie
Right.
initially accepted it, and then Charlie has not shown up and said they were too tired.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't defend that. She's guilty.
Millie, you're supposed to. It's your job
I'm
as the
supposed to-
defense.
So
I don't have a defense. She's guilty.
I think you guys have to go through your 5 stages of
Yeah.
evidence before I can make a verdict.
Yeah, that's.
Sticky paged book, either tragedy or just jam.
I'm not hearing
Okay.
anything from the defense. Like, it's just pure silence.
Either a tragedy. Oh no, my client is guilty, Your Honor. I
Millie,
can't. This game looks complicated. It is complicated, Scott. No, Your Honor, they're guilty. They cannot pay me enough to have them defend them. They're guilty, Your Honor. They're guilty.
Okay, well, I still have to hear 5 pieces of evidence between the both of you to make
Yeah,
my
Here's the
and
verdict.
first piece of evidence. They're
and-
guilty.
And you being like, they're guilty. They're
Oh my
There's no fun in
God.
just hearing you say there's.
Okay. Can we just say, Milky? Hold on.
Yeah.
Bonk. You
Oh
are the
my gosh.
worst defendant known to man.
Oh yeah, you definitely.
It's not my fault. My client sucks, Your Honor. It's not my fault. They're guilty. It's like if they come into the courtroom with the knife at hand that's bloody and they're like, Your Honor, I didn't do it.
Okay.
You
okay,
clearly did
look,
it. You clearly
look,
did it.
Hey, shush. Just role play as if you were actually trying to defend her.
That's
Okay, hold
that's
on.
literally
Not-
the entire
not-
point, Millie. Not go off of what we know.
Yeah.
I know. All right, fine. Give me a second. Actually, give me a second. I'll be
Those
right
are
back. Give me a
creepy
So,
cardboard
so
cutouts.
take
Actually.
so take 5. Brainstorm some ideas. Kifo, take 5. Brainstorm ideas.
I know my ideas.
I will be sitting here enjoying my coffee. Wherever the fuck my intern. Bring me my fucking coffee.
There, what judge has an intern?
Shush.
Ow.
Okay, I'm here. I had to put a dish in the
Oh,
sink,
I
but
can't
I'm
interact
not
with
allowed to
these.
eat in the room. But if I do not eat in my room, then I cannot be here. So I had to make some sacrifices.
Yeet.
So I had to be stealthy. Put it in the sink. and, oh, why are there dishes coming out of your room? Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Your Honor, I understand that my client might be guilty of, canceling. And it is true, Your Honor. We did have an agreement and they were supposed to come in. However, Your Honor, do you know why she couldn't come in today?
Isn't that what you're supposed to tell me?
I'm presenting, Your Honor, I'm presenting
Do you know
a
how
narrative.
court works?
Thank you.
You don't go to the
I'm-
judge like, do
I
you
don't
know
how
why
court
he's
works.
guilty?
I'm not a. Can you find lobbies in this game? I think you can find
You
lobbies in
can,
this
you
game.
yes,
can.
you can.
Your Honor, I clearly I'm like hello, like I don't know how the courtroom works. Can I speak? God damn. Anyway,
Happy
Honor.
birthday,
How
man.
dare you?
Oh hey, Aster.
Aster!
Is that
Aster,
Aster?
guilty as a spot.
It is. I heard that we're playing the game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have the game?
I don't have it, but I'm gonna get it. Give me a
It's-
second.
it
Yeah, it's
Probably
on
takes
sale. It's like
maybe
four
like
something.
15 seconds. It
It's
doesn't
like
take long.
$4.95. It took like 5
Yeah.
seconds. Like $5.
Is it
Do you-
stand trial or stand trial?
No.
Well,
Guilty
no,
as
I,
sock.
guilty as socks.
Guilty as stock.
Trust me, I was confused about it at first.
Guilty what?
Guilty of
Guilty as
Guilty
sock.
as
Socks.
stock.
Doesn't have to
I
do
almost
with
called you a
socks.
slur. What was you throwing paper at me
Did
for?
you say fox or
Socks.
Socks,
S O
as in
C
what you
K
put on
S.
your
sock,
feet.
sock, 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 sock,
That you
sock,
put on
sock,
your
sock.
feet.
Got
Do
it,
you
got
guys
it, got
want to back out so that way, because it's gonna be a quick install, so that way we can just wait for
mean,
her.
You didn't even to kind of like figure out more about how. I mean, too late now, but
Well,
I think it would
then
have been best to
again,
figure out.
Millie,
Thanks
you
for the
are a
info.
horrible defense
I'm
lawyer.
getting the Diddy Court Simulator. Oh, amazing, Cheerios. Are you gonna be the defendant or the accuser?
I'll host.
Okay.
I think your answer will matter in this situation, Cheerios. I'm warning you from now.
Oh wait, no. Oh, it's not.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
I'll click save.
Let me see.
Jesus Christ.
Install it there.
Jesus Christ.
And then
it's
let me
Jason
get
Bourne.
everything set up.
Ah.
I literally was-
follow Cheerios. Go ahead.
I
Ashley,
literally was like, I was like, oh, let me see what everyone's doing in Discord. And then I
Why
saw
is
that it was
everything
happening for this game. I was like, I want to play this game.
Mhm. Bye, Sky. Thanks for stopping by again. Like 2 streams in a row. Yeah, get some sleep. Hello? Like you've been up with me for like the whole entire day. What
Get
like
some sleep.
All right.
actually?
I posted the code in the VC,
I saw
Okay, got you.
Alright.
and no, I did not leak it.
Okay.
You sure? You
I'm
promised?
Yes, I
I'm gonna-
switched it to starting soon, so that way I hide to the entire screen.
Christ.
Let me see. Give me one
Got no
second.
panties
Oh.
on.
Oh, Aster, this is the first time you get to hear me for my new mic.
It sounds pretty nice.
Well, it was also $379 fucking dollars.
Ooh.
That's how much that mic was. Are you?
It also came
Are
with
you
the
kidding
audio
me?
mixer.
Oh, that okay. That does make sense.
What?
And it's
Wasn't-
also Razer.
Wait, did you? Why can't I join the lobby?
Try with a 0 instead of an O. It might, because it does not look like a 0.
Who am I?
I sent
then?
you that's by the way.
Hold on, I just got asked for a request for 2K streaming, so I'm just
2K, like the basketball?
no
Oh.
like 2000 streaming, like the
Congratulations!
so.
Let me join that real fast while I'm waiting on all of you.
Okay.
And this will be my first time trying to stream on TikTok.
Oh
TikTok.
my gosh, did you actually get it?
I got it. Like I applied while in stream with you, and
Uh-huh.
then I literally got it
Okay.
like
let's
as
dual,
we were talking.
let's dual wield. Hold on. I'm
I
not
don't
sure
know what
how to
that
do it, though.
means.
It's
So you know
I
like how
don't
we
practically
did the
even
same
know how
thing
to
with
make
it. Like you do on Twitch.
with Twitch? You could do the same thing with TikTok. It's like Coast or something.
Ooh,
I'm not too
nice.
sure how it works.
Wait, no, it says I'm ineligible for streaming, but I should be eligible for streaming.
That's
The
what
fuck?
it said
Um,
for mine as well.
You
I'm
just
not
have to get
looking at
TikTok, the TikTok live
I'm looking
studio
at it too.
itself, and just start streaming from there.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then
what-
that might be
what-
TikTok live.
Okay, I can't. The code's not working.
Okay.
Code's not
And then
working.
and
Got no panties on. Got no
What?
panties on.
I actually have the
got
luxury
no
of turning you
panties
guys down to
on.
35%.
Yeah,
to be able to
dude.
hear you.
Panties on. I got
Yeah,
no
no.
panties on.
Either
got
way,
no
it's not.
panties
And I am
on the
slowly
dance
floor.
using Aster.
Hey. Yo, Aster, what are you singing?
In that case, what I'll just do is back
yes.
out, but
I got no.
I
got no.
want to be a jerk.
I'm
Well,
a
I
I'm
real.
muting both of them.
I'm sorry. I didn't know I was talking too a lot. Damn.
No, I'm
Okay,
trying
No.
to
you wanna
focus on
host?
something.
I hate that word. I hate that word, Aster. Don't say that word. It's underwear.
I'm keeping them muted for the time being.
Let me see if I can get a better code.
Okay, yeah. Why the hell do these zeros and O's look the same?
Did you just host one or?
Well, I'm hosting one right now. Just still don't
Okay.
get why they look the same.
And in that case, switch back to that, so that way, find court, enter code. All right. Because I was hoping there would be just like a button I can sit here and just copy it. All right. The code, but it can't. You have to reveal it. Yes, I
Have to-
get my judge position back. I get my gavel.
I had to what?
I get my gavel.
No, the other thing you said about 2 seconds ago. About the code.
No. Because I was talking about trying to copy the code for the room. Like, kind of just like click copy so that way I can paste it in chat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for the VC, but no.
You have to
Richter.
figure it out.
Okay, let me turn off my TikTok live
Okay.
in OBS. I hate that I have to do it like this.
Why?
Oh no! Why? It won't let it. My camera won't
shit.
work.
On what?
Like, so I have TikTok live and I also have OBS, but my camera won't work in both.
What? I have no idea. Maybe because I don't use camera. I have no idea. I mean,
Shit.
as long as you add the source, it should let you.
No,
But
because
Mhm.
Hold on, I'm-
But TikTok Live is its own thing, just like how OBS is its own thing. So
Yeah,
it shouldn't stop the
whenever-
other.
like, so whenever I have OBS running, it for whatever reason won't allow it to run on anything. So like I can't turn on my camera when in Discord as long as I have OBS running.
What?
Chinese.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Oh shit.
I mean, I guess I can do it without camera, right?
Yeah, you can. You don't.
You can. I mean, I understand you want you want to though.
It's fine.
So he's got a big.
I think it's because so when I got approved, it said something along the lines of like a temporary pass to do it. So I think it's like I have to prove that I'm actually gonna stream and not be a problem.
Maybe sounds possible. That's so weird. It
That's
shouldn't
why
be a
it's like
problem though.
this.
So
I have no
I
idea.
petition that Milky does not be defense.
Or prosecutor.
Well, as long as you're not guilty, I'm happy with being defense.
You're supposed to role play as a defense and not throw someone under
Yeah.
the bus.
Well, I did.
You
So-
did
I
not.
did.
You
I
immediately
started-
went
and
to
then you were like,
throwing them under
"Oh,
the bus.
Milky, you have
Hold
no.
on, let me explain. Let me explain to Aster. So Aster, the first
Man.
card was about Charlie
Oh, yeah.
skipping out on a stream the night because she was tired, and
Uh-huh.
Milky as defense was like, Your Honor, I'm not even gonna try to defend her. She's guilty as shit.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
guilty.
Yeah, but the
Nice.
thing is, you're
Guilty.
supposed to
Thank you.
make up fake defense so you can actually like get through the court process.
I get what you're saying. Fun wise,
And-
make it
and
up.
hold-
But
hold on,
fun wise,
hold on,
she's
hold on.
guilty.
No. You also
And
went.
the
Oh.
best part about it, Aster, was she looked at me and
It's been
was
long,
like,
dude.
"Do you know why she's not here?"
Do you
No,
know why
that's what
she's
you're supposed to
guilty,
be
John?
telling me.
I was good at. Now you have snot coming out my nose. Shut up. Hold on.
You didn't even explain it when we gave you time to explain
was-
it. You looked at us and
you
said.
threw paper in my
Oh.
face.
You looked at us and said, "Do you know why he's
No.
guilty?" Like Elmo
Well,
turning to a
It was
screen.
supposed to be like a thought process.
Like,
Like
I
it's not that
didn't
she's not
realize-
here. You have to think
Sorry,
about
man.
why she's not here, the
Oh.
reason, the circumstances
Like-
of which she's not here. I was really about to go into some real philosophical stuff
Like,
right there.
Like, I didn't
Y'all
realize
didn't
that
give me a chance.
this stream was gonna be an episode of Dora the Explorer.
Can you find my
There we go.
defendant? No,
Sora,
because she's
it's
not here.
Dora.
Like,
yeah,
can you
okay.
find me a new defendant who's actually gonna do what I pay her to do?
Could
I
you
wasn't getting
find me a
paid,
new
what?
defense lawyer that doesn't?
Oh, I may not be able to do TikTok live because it's saying I have to go live once and before it will
You just press
capture
the
any
button.
game.
You just literally press the button.
Oh, so then just go live and then stop.
Well, it says I have to be live for 25 minutes.
You don't.
The fuck?
You don't?
I didn't have to.
Kifo went live pretty much instantly.
Really?
Through
Yeah.
Even with
Same
it
for me.
saying that?
Yeah, just go live and then go to like add source and then press game thing and then you should be able to add it and do it there.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna stop doing it on TikTok because it's lagging my computer.
Is
Oh, you're
it?
streaming on TikTok? I thought you weren't going there.
You fucking. Oh shit.
It's lagging.
Can't you, like, make
Yes,
the
it's
shield like
lagging.
Mr. 3 freaking consoles.
I could see the
Three
reason why it
monitors.
would lag. You know, I'm gonna try going live for a different thing where it's not an improv to me joining. Doing a stream that I wasn't planning on doing. So let's just get my situated and let's go live just
Oh,
on
shit.
Twitch.
I got a smudge.
Mhm.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it.
Christ. Yeah, it does.
Oh, I gotta make my mic closer to me.
Yeah, I love your voice.
Like, if I
Oh.
hear it,
So are you guys
I can
gonna
listen to it all day.
be
Aster,
weird,
one
or are you
other-
gonna join the game?
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
No, Aster, no, I'm not giving you a second. I'm giving you 10 seconds, and that was 10
Damn,
seconds.
did you send the link at least? The code?
Yeah,
Yeah. The code's been posted in the chat for at least the past 6 minutes.
And I did say I posted it
I don't think I
there.
like your tone.
I don't think I like your tone.
Oh, Aster, go to settings and turn off the in-game
Oh
mic.
shit.
Yeah, so go to settings where you see communication, voice activation, put it for none.
Or if you want to do voice to talk, depending on play by yourself later with
Where
randoms.
is it?
Wait.
Where's
Oh,
voice
voice
section?
section none. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Why didn't it join?
Yeah. it is.
That way
Did
it
you
won't
put a
echo.
0 or no?
What do you mean?
I
zero?
know.
Calm down. One
Just-
for the
fold
I was
code.
about to say,
away.
Milky, just copy the code and paste it.
How
I
do you do
cannot-
that?
Do that, unfortunately.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Not with how it's set up, because once I click on the game, I can't go to the other screen.
Oh, so they're just pulled up on your phone.
I did, and I typed it in. It's not working. It's a 7 7 PJ one, right?
No,
What? So then what other code is there?
the one that was sent at 7:01.
801 for you.
Oh,
Don't
God.
worry, Milky will get there soon.
Oh,
I'm
but
sorry. I'm a little
Aster-
slow.
We got this,
Sure.
folks.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay.
one other beautiful thing about
we
this
got this,
headset
sounds
is
good,
it
dude.
has its own bass.
I smacked her.
Like you
Where's
can
this
turn
bitch?
up and down your own
Oh,
bass.
shit.
Like if I have music
Depends on what
playing and I
shield I
have
can
it set
dodge.
to my music
Whoa, what the
settings,
fuck is she
my
doing?
headset will vibrate.
What the fuck?
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually
That's
pretty freaking cool.
nice.
So for
This
say
one's
example, if I have a like
got this,
hardcore rock
Dilly.
song playing, like for example,
Yeah.
wow, I'm blanking on the
I feel
name
like
of
the
it.
trooper
kill
would
her?
be a good suggestion for that.
Like if I have Emergence by Sleep Token playing, and I have my
What?
Spotify turned all the way up
What?
along with my headset,
What?
I can feel
Vincent?
my hand shake
Damn.
just by holding it.
Damn.
The
It is
gas is
glorious.
Okay, Control C. Now I post going
Yeah,
live
same.
and all of these Discord.
Oh god,
no,
Milky
Millie.
is the fence
No,
again.
Millie. No, get off the
Yeah, I am.
fence. Get off the fence.
No.
Well,
No.
y'all didn't tell me to go on defense fast
Off the
enough.
fence.
You should have told me.
Just don't make Charlie the guilty
So wait,
party.
am I one
So-
of these down here?
You
Then-
must
So
pick a
click
role,
on defense.
and Millie's gonna have to rejoin.
That's what.
So pretty much what you're gonna want to do is just like that. Click on whatever like position you want. I say we make Millie a witness.
She's
You want
going down.
Millie? I almost called you Willy Millie.
Well, because Millie, as the witness, you have to play both sides.
Yeah, no. My blood is boiling. I almost just quick delete. Hold on. N V.
But no, another thing is since I got the Pro Edition for my headset, it came with an audio mixer. So if you saw the picture that I posted yesterday, the screen that I have set for it is the soundbar for like whatever song I have playing, and it'll also scroll at the top the song and the band on my audio mixer.
Delete that bitch. I'm no longer doing that sponsorship, you bitch. Okay. I am the defense. Am I ready now?
Okay.
Am I
Click
good?
ready.
I think
Hold
I
on.
can hear all of y'all.
Millie, do you know what you're doing?
Nope.
So the journalist will pretty much just like keep track of everything that's being said.
Okay.
What does defense do? What am I doing?
It says
So
in,
in
it
your
says
No,
your
no, no,
role
no,
in the
no,
bottom
no.
left.
Figure it out, Aster. Just like I had to. Figure it out.
No,
So-
you had
and-
all the
and then
time in the
watch how
world
they
to
turn on you real
read.
quick.
You had all the time in the world to read.
So Aster.
Read what?
So
It says
me
in the
being
bottom left
judge,
what your
I
role
get
does.
a gavel,
Scribble
and
a
what I
scoop,
can do
write a
is I
headline,
can
and
choose
so doubt.
between the defense and the prosecutor. So in this case, like the main idea I would start with you, and then you propose your first piece of evidence that defends whatever is the subject. And then once you get done with your evidence, I can then switch it to the prosecutor so that way he can argue against it.
Okay.
And I'm assuming the main idea is to switch it at least 5 times so you guys produce the 5 pieces of evidence for then me to make my decision.
I'm not really a fan of this kind of-
Okay. Okay. I got it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let me get your ass, Kifo.
And another thing is, with me being the judge, say the court becomes unruly. So if Kifo is making a point and you interject, I can hit you with my gavel and it mutes you.
That's
least
if we were
in-game,
doing
it won't do
in-game
that.
chat.
Yeah. So, like, in future streams, we probably would stick to game chat so that way that action actually works. But, another thing is, if you see the balance scale on the right side of my desk, what I can do with that is if I have it linked to my Twitch, I can actually put a poll question in, and any of my viewers can vote with exclamation mark yes or no, and I can set up a whole poll system.
I don't know how to leave the
Okay. Okay.
So,
Okay. So we have a
Bonk.
truck driver and a coworker as our witness.
Yeah, get invited.
destruction of property. Okay.
You dick dingus.
He is. Hi, Talia. All right. Okay. Okay. Is it my turn or is it still?
The judge.
All right. I'll start with the fence.
Okay. So do I pick these cards down here?
Yeah.
you have
So
to
you'll
wait
pick
for-
one of those cards and you'll try to argue based off of it. And then once
Okay.
you're done, I can switch it to prosecution, and then he can pick a card that goes against it and argue his point.
Are you having fun over there, Millie?
I am. How did you know?
Because you haven't looked
Uh,
any other way but the paper.
So I think when you hit the gavel, it actually ended my turn because I can't pick a card.
Oh, shit. So,
It's when the light goes green. That's
about
your
that?
turn. Yeah.
There we go. There we go. Okay.
Millie, can you even look anywhere but straight on your screen or no?
Hey, give me a second. Give me a second.
she is deeply invested in that
She-
paperwork when there's
She's
been
not
nothing
looking
said.
at the paper. She's looking at the gap between the keys.
Okay, wait. I think I'm done.
Oh, what the hell?
She's having that moment.
Breaking
Oh,
news.
breaking news. Damaged drill.
I'm
Wait,
cool.
fucking-
I'm cool.
Noob defense drill and training.
Okay, damaged
Okay.
drill.
Trying to fucking trash these sweats.
Perfect for ruining a repair.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Oh, I object. I object. That's evidence.
Why do you object?
Okay, so we'll click his.
Your Honor, I object. He has a cigarette in court. You shouldn't
shut
be
the fuck
smoking.
up.
and-
Millie, you can't.
You're,
Millie,
you're supposed to record everything said here.
You're
You
the
don't have a
journalist.
say in the matter.
First of all, why, as a defendant, are you putting out the drill as evidence? That's could be used against you, as Patrick is, guilty of, property damage. I'm gonna grab that.
Well, the reason why is because it has it doesn't have his fingerprints on it. Have you fingerprinted
Hey,
this
Beaver.
drill? I don't think so. Is his fingerprints on that drill?
I'll give you something better. A drifting boatmobile. All right, used on the day of the crime, drifted in to Squidward T. Tentacle's house. How would you like to defend with your evidence? Defense.
Oh, is it my turn?
Prosecution, Are you done?
Yeah.
Alright.
Breaking news.
How would
oh, dear
I-
Lord.
We're going to
Accused
call
smokes in
my
court.
witness.
Allegedly guilty.
We're calling my
Who the-
witness to
Milky,
the
stop
stand.
smoking.
Oh, we
I'm
don't.
not smoking.
We don't have a
Kifo
witness.
is
Whoa.
smoking.
Wait, what's happening?
We don't have a witness.
Okay,
Bad.
It's you
I
usually
have a witness.
No. I mean, we don't have anyone to play the witness.
Yeah. So in that case,
That's why
that
if we
would
had
be
Millie
we
play
have
witness, she'd
a-
have to play
like,
both
yeah.
sides.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I did make a point that I wanted Milky to be a witness. I wanted to see
did.
what brain rot she'd come up with.
And then instead, I just picked random, and random put me here as journalist. So I think, listen, but I'm coming up
Have
with even
you-
better brain rot.
Have you
I think
even
Kifo just
wrote
brain
anything down on that piece of paper?
I've been sending out newsletters. What do you mean? I sent out 2.
That's
Oh,
as the,
wait,
yeah,
so
as the
you don't
journalist, that's her
report?
job. Yeah, no, that's
I
the.
don't what?
She's a journalist, not a
Oh.
stenographer.
Well, that's the thing. Like in actual court, the journalist is the one that.
No, that's a
keeps-
stenographer. That's a
I
stenographer.
want to put into evidence that the reason how come my client could not have destroyed the property is because the property had spiders all over it.
That says
And
plastic.
my client has a spider phobia.
Arachnophobia, and that also says plastic.
He didn't know it was plastic,
You just stated it was plastic.
but he didn't know it was plastic.
She does make a very valid point. And even if it's plastic, someone with arachnophobia is still going to have a
See?
fear of that.
See, what's your
So-
defense, prosecutor? What's your defense? Huh?
Let's fucking start one, dude. You can start it again if you want.
Also,
Fake
Aster, you guys
passport.
woke me up for this early in the morning.
I bring.
I'm still in my robe.
Saber battle. as they
That's
say,
what judges
All
wear.
right.
As it were.
There we go. Hey,
Nice.
Sapphire.
So,
How are
fake
you?
passport, a photo that says.
I'm
nothing
I'm a
but
news
life.
reporter.
Okay, I bring in evidence a fake passport. One
I
that
have
did
a fake passport. Well, that's juicy news right there.
Shush.
one that
Defendant
the
is immigrant.
hey. Can I get on with it? Thank you, journalist. As I was saying, Patrick was running from the law because they had a fake passport and was wanted by Bikini Bottom's government
Yeah.
and nearly crashing into Squidward's house was just the peak of that
I just wanna
stance from the
note it.
police.
That the prosecutor itself just said nearly crashed.
I
into it.
corrected myself and said hit. They crashed in to Squidward J Tentacle's house.
Wait. Fortnite
I know.
Among Us?
Okay, but hold on.
Wait.
That
Sabrina Carpenter
Kind of
fired?
goes against the evidence of what she proposed because.
Because her
the
evidence is
whole-
fake. Fires never
Wait,
existed.
why can't I post it? Oh, I can
How
only
can
So-
do
you
3
say that
newsletters.
that's
Damn it,
fake?
man.
You can't say that that is fake. You cannot call what I presented fake.
I can.
In retrospect.
A little bit lower. You want to aim a little bit lower? Maybe like
Wait,
just
ho-
above
ho-
the eyes.
Hold on. In retrospect, a vehicle will not be able to really damage his house, seeing as the material of which it's made out of. Now, seeing the fact that she proposed a damaged drill, and assuming that the police did not do their job and did not fingerprint him or the drill, which we don't have any policemen to clarify on that.
Yeah, because we don't have a witness.
I can kind of find that tidbit of information kind of a bit of a waste. So we'll focus that tidbit on just the fake passport. All right?
Thank you.
It's a fake passport, but it's
Yeah.
so. Patrick right now is being accused
I'd give her
of
the give him the thing.
destruction of property,
yes,
not
yes,
a fake
yes.
passport.
Yeah.
But yes,
yeah,
but
yeah,
running
yeah,
from the
yeah.
police because of the fake passport, which led to
But,
destruction of
see,
property.
Yeah.
But you also have to think of like the reasoning on why he would have a fake passport.
You might
he
also
might
want to give
have
Aster the
previous
thing so
chemo-
they could put in evidence. I think
Oh,
they want to put in
I know.
evidence.
I was kind of waiting. I was making a statement. See, he might have like previous criminal charges
guys.
of which have not been dealt out yet, which
Hey,
is why he might have the fake passport.
Yeah, there's guys.
For all we know,
Bumble in
he
Fortnite,
could,
dude?
in
No way.
retrospect, be a very how do I say this?
Dude, I hope they put.
If you pay attention to said
Okay.
fake passport, you will realize that it's just a scribbled post-it note of his face with his name. Nothing on whether or not it's not a real passport. And if you looked further, you'd see he actually has a driver's license with said quote unquote fake
You can do more than one
passport.
evidence at
Now,
once.
yes, he is a reckless driver. He is. He only has 2 points left in his record. But he was not running from the cops because he didn't do this crime.
I would like to state I never mentioned that Patrick didn't have, or did not have a driver's license. I mentioned that the passport was fake, therefore that was the reason they were running.
No. But my statement is that the passport wasn't fake. If you look at my evidence, if you look at the third evidence, it's not a passport. It's a post-it note that he scribbled his face and his name on. And the reason why I brought into his driver's license into evidence is because why would he have a fake driver's license, a fake passport, but a real driver's license left on him?
Do we have to get those? Oh.
I think the cops did
Shit,
not
can't
do
believe
their
there.
job,
No.
and they just left. They thought that post-it note with his name and scribbled face on it was
Holy shit.
quote unquote a fake passport, and it's just trying to blame my client for crimes that he did not commit because they failed to do their job.
So you know that a scribbled on post-it note could be assessed as a fake passport?
Judge, you're really gonna listen to this guy and say, like, he's saying that scribbled on post-it note with a name and a, like, face drawing is the equivalent of a fake passport? Do you hear what he's saying?
Under
Jury of this court, do you hear what this guy is saying?
no one there.
Jury,
You
do
guys
you
are
hear
mind
this guy saying?
Jury,
Can-
I don't see anyone.
So if seeing that the
Your Honor,
so-called passport, hold on, seeing as the so-called passport is a post-it note with a horribly drawn face and a name, I'm automatically going to assume that it was not legalized by the state of Bikini Bottom.
Your Honor,
But he
So
has a
I'm
driver's
gonna-
license.
Your Honor, under
Yes, he might have a driver's license, but
Could
the
shut
question is,
the
does the
fuck
post-it
up.
note along mother
Oh, oh.
does the information on the fake passport align with the information on the driver's license?
It just has his name and him drawing himself. That's no different than an artist like just scribbling on a piece of paper of like a self-portrait.
Okay, so then I would assume
Your Honor.
that the information on the passport aligns with the driver's license, but it is not legalized.
Your Honor,
So, what evidence are you bringing forward?
Your Honor. Gotta find.
Yeah, what are you bringing for?
God damn! I was
prosecutor?
just typing, minding my business. Y'all just
Oh.
couldn't just let me rock.
fucking paper!
You want to give
I
me
ain't
my
thrown
turn
up.
back? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Thanks.
Alright.
Okay. Your
Oh, I
Honor.
was about to say, last thing I did was click on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw.
My bad.
I think it just canceled after something. Alright.
It might have
Your
been.
Honor, this old suitcase in filing the laws of Bikini Bottom under Section 42, subsection 8, in which states, any cruel or highly detailed copy of a legitimate document such as a driver's license or passport shall be viewed as a criminal
Oh, no.
like felony, felony, which Patrick is a felon. That
But we are not
That
in
piece of
court
s-
today to discuss his passport. We're in court
Let
today
me-
to discuss destruction of
I,
property.
Your Honor,
Yeah,
Your Honor,
we
Your
have
Honor.
veered
I'm
so
getting
far
to it,
off
Your
that.
Honor. Hold on, before the
Okay,
defense
continue.
rudely
Back over
interrupted.
there, but I just got set the fuck on fire.
Time
when
out.
I was crying.
Your
I
Honor,
got spammed with a bunch of guys and then set
Patrick,
on fire. Oh,
due to police records, was caught with a fake
Sorry.
passport trying to head to the Goo Lagoon.
sorry, I
He
failed you
then
on
got
that.
in his boatmobile and ran off, of leading a
Yeah.
high-speed chase
I
all the
know,
way
dude.
down towards his house, the rock right next to Squidward J. Tentacle's house, running into Squidward's house, causing massive property
Let's
damage.
try to
I'm
get
not
back
debating
on
the fake
those.
passport. I'm saying it's the reason why he ran from the police, causing the damage. And one thing also to say,
Oh, we're supposed to go that way? How do you know?
box of matches.
Oh.
He was also planning to burn down the house, which you should be glad we got him under destruction of property and not arson.
Was
I
the
want-
box of matches found on the person or in the house?
On Patrick's person in the boatmobile. Just throw something at me.
Did you not just see me get hit? What are you talking about? I'm minding my own business. Hey, whoa.
Oh shit.
Now I threw something at you because you aimed at me first. Hey.
Oh no. Oh, this looks like a wonton.
Okay.
I
So,
get to defend it.
is that all of your evidence you're bringing forward
Yes.
before I switch it to the defense?
Yes.
Okay.
Just
Can you
because you
stop throwing
found
fucking paper?
matches on my defendant does not mean that he was trying to burn down a house.
Your Honor,
He-
Patrick's been known for
he
many bits
smokes!
of arson.
He does smoke.
smokes. Literally, Kifo, you should know yourself as with a cigarette in your mouth. Talia, you are bitch.
Is this Talia here with us today? Or are you having another schizophrenic
Talia
episode?
just banned a word for 5 minutes, so now I can't say it.
We should get Talia in here if they can.
Talia,
really.
are you able to play? Also, honey, you're also here. Are you able to play? Both
No,
of y'all did some
Charlie
play.
is too tired to play.
Oh. I just
Okay.
want it noted that just because you found matches on my defendant's body does not mean intent. He smokes. He's a cigarette smoker. You know it's a habit. You have a cigarette in your mouth right now.
Your Honor, I would also like to address that also in that briefcase, which evidence I should have brought up 2 minutes ago, was pure evidence that Patrick has been smoking the illegal kelp that has been banned in Bikini Bottom since 2015.
You have no evidence of this. What evidence do you have of
Evidence
this
was in the
illegal-
suitcase.
You didn't say that. You didn't say that
You know,
before.
I'll bring it up next time I get my turn. I'll bring it up next time I get my turn.
Da.
You can't do anything, can you,
Alright.
Millie?
So,
I already posted all
I
my
have a
reports,
question for the defendant. I have a
unfortunately.
question for the
Oh
defendant.
shit.
Yes.
I got lit up
Why
by a machine gun
would your
gunners.
client be using matches rather than a lighter?
I'm trying
Because
to get
he's a hippie.
something with paint.
He's one of those cringy hippies. Do you not see how he looks? He looks like a cringy hippie.
And lighters are scary. Damn.
Okay.
You're supposed to be quiet.
So, okay. So I'll keep that in consideration.
freedom
I
of the
have,
press
in fact,
here.
been writing things down on my pad up here. All right,
No
prosecutor.
way, nice. Oh.
Oh, is that how I call for a witness? Or...
Damn.
Oh, that's how I end my turn. Oh, that's what that does.
Wait, you get to end your turn? I
Yeah,
don't
okay.
have a button
Wait,
to
no,
end
hold
my
on.
turn.
You see the thing right next to mine? That's like the little button.
Uh-huh.
It's ring the bell, skip the turn.
Oh, cool. You
And
got a
then he-
revolver? That's
Go
sick.
to the defense real quick. No,
Yeah, that's
yeah. Do you
dope.
see the? It's to your.
Oh,
right.
I see.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
on the other side.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
it. Wait, hold on.
Hold
I
on.
did want to put on. Put
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
I
you
did.
didn't
Wasn't
put on
allowed
evidence
to put
last
some
time.
evidence.
But-
I just wanted to show that just because someone has something in their
That's not the Warhammer 40K.
presence does not mean he also had chewing gum in his pocket. Does that mean that he was going to put gum underneath the tire and underneath the table, or that he was going to chew a whole bunch of gum and stick it all over the walls, or that he was going to
Charlie's getting on, I guess.
awesome, we're almost done. So but
Yes.
just because someone has something in his pocket at the scene of when a crime was committed that's not clear that he committed it does not mean intent.
Oh, yeah.
And that now I end my turn.
Oh, did you add that
Come on,
evidence,
try to.
Aster?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
added
okay?
it
You
in.
did. You did. Okay. I just wondering.
Okay.
All right. For my last bit of evidence, Your Honor, this suspicious
God,
bill
baby.
to the only legal kelp selling place outside of Bikini Bottom for
Is this a drug
$75.
case? I'm confused. What?
I'm getting there.
not
I'm
a drug
getting there.
case.
I'm getting there. All right. All right.
Get to it faster.
Do you have the green light? I didn't fucking think so. All right. Your Honor, under section 52, under subsection 6B, I swear to God, Aster, smoking kelp while being under the influence while driving a boatmobile is a Class A felony. Once again, leading to disorientation, leading to destruction of property from running from the police. Your Honor, there are so many pieces of evidence that lead to Patrick being guilty of destruction of property. I rest my
have a
case,
question
Your
for
Honor.
you. I have a question for you. So, do you think him smoking this kelp led him into a fit of rage, of which then caused damage to Squidward's house?
I believe him smoking that kelp was the reason he ran into Squidward's house. I believe if he wasn't smoking it, he would have driven right past it without any damages. But from the drug test taken the day of after he was apprehended, I say that he definitely did it under the influence, therefore is guilty, Your Honor.
I just want noted to the court that there is no way to tell how long a substance like smoking kelp is in your system. He could have been smoking kelp days ago and it still would be in his system. There's no
His eyes were
scientific way to tell
red.
when the time and is not illegal to smoke in Bikini Bottom.
It is! It is! I just gave you the
No.
law!
He did bring up a section article.
The section article is out of date. That was out of date like 3
It was
months ago.
banned! It was banned since 2015 and has not been revised. It has stayed
It has
banned
been
ever since.
unbanned.
No, it has
No,
not.
it
You have
became
not. Where's
unbanned
the section?
January
Where's the
2025.
section? Where's the section? Tell me the section.
Section 45B. You are quoting 45A.
Quoted 52.
Let me look this up here. Mm,
It's like overpowered character versus well planned out character. Who wins?
shush.
Aster, do you know you can customize the sock?
You can?
So,
Yeah, I think at the beginning.
what
beginning
I'm
you
reading
can customize.
here is
Okay.
medicinally, it is legal.
See,
But there's no medical
Now-
card. Neither of us brought evidence of a medical card.
So, in fact, you both are correct. It is illegal for non-medical purposes, but it is illegal. It is legal for medical purposes. And that what you're reading, 45B, was put into effect on January 2025. What he's reading is A, which was put into effect 2015, which outlawed the smoking of this kelp. And seeing the fact that he was never caught with a medical card, one would think that he has no medical issue, which requires said kelp. Now, he was in fact,
That's a good song.
he did have said kelp in his system the day he was on the boat.
I want to bring light to new evidence that I realized after looking at the evidence that I've brought to the table. The driver's license that I put into evidence.
Aster, I don't think
2
you can do
rounds
more
ago,
than 5.
If you look, I know, but the evidence that I've already put in,
Oh,
the
yeah.
driver's license, if you look at the bottom of it and the very small letter underneath whether or not he is an organ donor says whether or not medical kelp can be used, and if you look right there, it has a Y next to it. It's very
Your
small.
Honor.
Statement.
Oh, sorry. And now can I? Am I good?
Go right ahead.
All right, thank you. Just act like I'm interrupting. Your Honor, that is definitely fake because this license was this license was given to him 3 years prior. It does not expire for another 5 years.
How can you even put what? How
I hope
could
you guys
he
know
put-
that license and Bikini Bottom have to be renewed every 2 years.
2 years? I thought it was
exactly.
8.
No, it's 2.
And since it was 3 years ago, he just renewed it. You are looking at old driver's license.
Hold on. Wait, 3 years ago? Wait, what?
You said 3 years ago.
Yes, you did say 3 years ago.
Did I say 3?
Yeah,
Yes.
and since it's been 3 years, you're looking at old expired license, which he
But
has
the
renewed.
question is, why would he still have his old expired license if he renewed his license?
I don't throw away my expired license. Do
Ne-
you?
neither do I. I still have my old one, and I just got mine renewed.
Same.
You're talking to someone who doesn't have a fucking license.
How did you
No.
get here, Your
And
Honor?
you're the judge? Blasphemy! I'm gonna
No,
put that in the paper.
Yeah, so
So,
even the
To answer your
prosecutor
question,
can
prosecutor,
understand.
if you look at the door to your left, right there, that's actually my bedroom.
I was gonna say, I'm just gonna look at the door,
why
and there's
do
a
you think I-
gun just slowly poking out of it.
Put your mom in the other.
It's just the revolver from Nine Ball.
just slowly poking through the door, it just says "shut the hell up" on it.
Yeah, you guys question why I pulled up in a fucking robe.
So, the fact that he was tested positive for kelp being in his system is no longer legally, like, it's not against him legally because he is legally allowed to have it in
No,
his
no.
system as of his updated driver's license.
Yes, but as of the
How
up,
do I give my verdict?
as of the updated Section 72, Clause B, even if it is an updated license, there must be a separate physical medical card with the condition, which was not found on the scene. You can't see it, but I
Well-
am poking my mouse stand right now.
First off, unfortunately, we did not bring that evidence into court with us today, Judge. I'm so sorry. But
There is no
second
evidence,
off-
Judge, because there was no
Second
card. It was
off-
not
I
on
hate
his
to
interrupt
it was not on
you
his
You guys are
body.
kind of talking for no reason. I've just been sitting here figuring out how to give my verdict.
You gotta scroll your mouse.
What the fuck? It's back.
I'm scrolling my mouse.
How's it back?
You gotta pick up the
Yeah,
mouse,
there
scroll
you
the
go.
mouse.
Arr, I
Yeah.
see,
Oh,
I
there we
see,
go,
I
there we
see.
go.
Okay.
You can also mute
Okay.
them.
They know
Yeah,
that
yeah,
people
I know, but
are
since we're doing it through
ears,
Discord, it
so
doesn't really
I
count.
would-
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, since we have, did Talia say anything about coming?
No, I don't think. Talia said she doesn't have gaming money right now.
Okay.
One of us could just buy it for like
Talia,
$5.
DM me your fucking Steam. I'll just buy it for you.
On it left.
Talia, if you're still here, we'll buy it for you if you want to join.
It's $5.
All right. What's the
Okay.
verdict? What's the verdict? Yeah. Is my client going to jail for life for a crime he didn't commit?
Who
Okay.
said life? No one
So-
said life.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on.
It's like
hold on,
5
hold on.
years
So,
max.
seeing the fact that we kind of swerved off topic and it somehow revolved into him taking medicinal
Help.
kelp. Realistically, since we're still focusing on the idea that he caused destruction of property, in fact, he is guilty. Seeing
What?
the fact that no, he was operating a motor vehicle that gives him disorientation. Seeing the fact that all that happened, he is guilty because being on said medicinal herb while operating a motor vehicle, aka the boat, he then flew his boat into Squidward's house. That is still counts as destruction of property. He was
there
under
was
the
no-
influence.
There was no proof that he was under the influence at the time of the crash, and also there's no proof that he was the one who crashed into the building.
I would also like to make a point, Judge, respectfully as a
You can't.
reporter. You can only judge based off of what he's being brought in for. So even if you found out that
Exactly.
he's fish trafficking, you can't judge him for that. So the
Oh, no,
medicinal
you're
I'm
herb
not-
has no
about
purpose.
No,
Judge?
no, it does have a purpose because he's active. Like,
Okay.
evidence plus pre-tests show that he was on it.
Yeah.
So
But
him
did he-
being
but-
on it actively counts into said court.
This
But
is
did
a
he
case
destroy it,
of
Judge?
being
Did he
at the
destroy
wrong
it?
place at the wrong time. There is no
Okay.
evidence that he
Okay.
did it.
Here's the question: was it
Mhm.
his boat?
Ooh.
Yes.
Was
How do
the
you know it
title
was his boat?
on the boat registered in his name and was legal?
Yes.
And what evidence do you have that it was his boat?
Wouldn't it be worse if it wasn't his boat?
Why would it be worse if it wasn't his
Actually-
boat? That would prove that he didn't do it.
Or that he
Hold on,
stole
let
the
me- Let me
boat.
take a look at setup.
Yeah, I feel like
Okay.
if it wasn't his boat, there'd be a lot more intense that he stole
If
it.
it wasn't his boat, then that just means that you have the wrong guy.
If
And
it-
even if it
Why
is
would
his
he
boat,
crash?
somebody
no,
could have
would
there's
stolen
he-
it
more
from
negative
him.
connotations for
Why
it not
would
being
he
your
crash
boat.
his own car?
Why would you crash someone
Hold on,
else's
let me,
boat?
Let me do some research.
To not damage your own
Because he was
car?
under the influence, he couldn't think straight.
Yeah, Milky, you were supposed to be helping me. What's happening to you switching sides?
I mean, I don't know. He looks a little guilty. Like, look at him. He's like, oh no,
No,
I
we're
want my
talking from
mistress.
you.
Like, come on, bro. Like, you have a wife and kid. Talking about some, I need to see my mistress. Get out of here.
He never said that.
What?
He a
have no
cheater.
proof.
What?
Cheaters are guilty.
What?
Mm-mm.
Okay, now I'm with the defense here. What are you talking about, Millie?
Oh, okay,
Nah.
hold on. No, I,
You don't-
I
you
have
don't
a
think I know
question that
about you?
answers this. I have a question that answers this. What type of test did they do?
Intro.
Did they do a blood test, hair test, spit test, or a pee test?
Hair test. Sorry, not hair. Blood.
There is 4 different kinds of tests that can source out a substance in a person's system. You have a blood test, a hair test, a spit test, and a urine test. What test did they do?
Blood test.
Blood.
Okay, if it's blood test, then it's up to 12 hours. So actively, he was on it.
Yeah, see me. You don't see me.
When this happened, he was in fact on. He was under the influence.
Well, under
Yeah,
the influence,
Talia
is he the
gave
kind of
you
person
her
that can drive a
semen.
boat?
All right,
He's under the
give me a quick
influence.
second, Talia. I'm making a verdict. So, seeing as the fact that he was actively under the influence of a medicinal herb while operating a motor vehicle, which then crashed into Squidward's
Holy
house
shit,
with a
5
legal
sensitivities really fast.
documentation stating that it is his boat, guilty.
Did you hit the guilty button?
I clicked the one that puts a fucking man behind bars. Wait,
it
is that
again?
just a fucking witness?
Who is this sock?
Oh, you called
Oh,
a
wait,
witness.
No, that's that.
There.
Oh,
I was the same.
No, because apparently I pulled up a fucking witness.
Milky has a punchable face.
Hold up a
Yo.
What?
Alright,
Patrick
we
is
I
guilty.
guess
Wait, hold
return
on.
to
No,
menu.
no. Because it gives you the verdict afterwards, whether or not it was right or not.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he was guilty.
It literally said Patrick is guilty.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
Okay.
Post it. Is it the same lobby with the same code, or is it a different one?
no, I went back
It
to
took
menu.
us all the way back out.
Yeah, because I was
So hold on, let
going
me
to see if we
quickly
get the other ones.
do what I need to, so that way I can we can get this.
So,
All right, I'm gonna go get a drink real quick while we set up
wait,
the new
Aster,
lobby.
before you
Alright.
go, in the menu it says customize.
I see.
Fuck.
God damn it! I keep doing the fucking wrong Minecraft.
7, at least. Yeah.
What happened to my? Where's? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Fucking bad shit.
I don't need Bedrock. I need Java.
Talia, I just sent you a friend request. So accept that, and I'll go ahead and order it for you.
Oh yeah, he's got the fucking. He's got the Russian shit, the oil or whatever.
Oh, so since we have, is it 5? Yeah, now that we have 5 people, we can have 2 witnesses, right?
We could have multiple
Yeah.
positions.
Then that's perfect because I think we should have 2 witnesses to make it more like where everyone's engaged.
Well, you have one witness that plays both sides, 3 jurors, a journalist, and a bailiff.
Burrell Juror.
I think.
By the way, y'all are gonna love my character. I want
Okay,
you to know that.
okay. So there is going to be a slight mix-up. So since she is in a completely different regional, completely different region, I cannot gift it to her due to regional price differences.
What?
Roll the trap.
Different
I'm literally
region?
looking at what Steam is saying.
Is she in the UK?
It is literally said, due to regional price differences, the gift you are trying to send cannot be sent to the recipient's region.
Well, actually, it might be because I think it was her boyfriend's account, which is from the UK. She might just need to change
Oh
the
yeah.
account location. Talia, are you in the UK right now, or is it just that your Steam is set to the UK?
It might be just set to the UK.
Because if it's just set to the UK, I think you can change that.
Destroy all these.
Kiko, are you setting up another server?
Yeah, I can
host?
do that real quick.
All right.
Do that while I go get a drink real quick.
Alright,
I'll
have
be
fun.
back. You're a bitch. This is fun. We're yelling out loud.
Talia, just DM me whenever you got it done, so that way I can go ahead and send it to you.
It is now in the chat.
Click the skins tab. There's no skins tab. Bitch.
Yeah, there is.
Socks,
the coat
sock
hanger.
color.
No, I'm looking at Minecraft.
The
Arr.
microphone.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot where you need to
know
go for
what?
skins. I think that has to.
I'm gonna go to this.
One's
You gotta
freaking
go to the Minecraft
cheeseburger
launcher. And I'm only on Minecraft.
launcher.
It's different.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly also
Oh.
go get water, so I will be right back.
Wait, no, I wasn't in my row. Fuck.
Did you just
Alright.
now
Hey,
realize that's
Nine.
what Joy's
Welcome back.
that's what
Oh wait, I gotta
Roses were.
join. I forgot.
They're playing
completely
Guilty as
forgot.
Stock today. It was the one I was talking about.
Alright, I'll
I
be
have
right
so much
back. I'm
shit
gonna go
open.
get some water.
More.
I'm gonna have to.
Copy
It's
text.
a little interesting though.
Where?
We're just
Alright,
making
alright.
another lobby for it.
Find a chord.
Actually, I don't need
Have
it.
you heard of
Enter
it?
code. Control B.
Oh shit.
Okay, I'm actually gonna try being a prosecutor.
Alright. Oh. Is there friendly fire? Does
Uh,
that
I
count?
Kivo.
can't change it. Talia says she can't change it.
Oh, shit.
sadly.
Hold on. Charlie, quick, please press escape. Go to settings, please.
Escape.
You see-
Oh.
Yeah. Set
Oh, shit,
voice
dog,
activation to
dog.
none. Or
Got it.
alternatively, do you guys want to go to game chat so the mute option actually works?
I love the mute option. It's funny. The fucking music though needs to die down.
Oh shit.
I turned mine down all the way.
Yeah.
What can I do
Alright,
to
boys.
mess around with this?
Oh yeah, use your US based one,
Alright,
Talia.
let's go.
Never mind. It was Minecraft that was loud.
Shit.
Talia, do you have Cash App?
Wait, why does it say only
Wait,
four?
no,
Shouldn't
no,
it
that's
be
not
Talia-
gonna
five?
work either.
Talia says that she has a US based Steam account,
Okay.
so she's
Hold
gonna
on.
send you the US based.
Real
one.
quick, I think you might have to remake
Alright.
the lobby because it says 4 and there's 5 of us. Well, about to be 6 of us, right?
All right. That works.
We already made the lobby. What do you mean?
It says 4. Oh, wait, 5. How did the number
I
go
think
up?
it just tells you how many people are in.
But it says
Oh, am I in the
1.
defense again?
All right, I'm tripping. My fault. I'm sorry. Ignore me. I'm tripping.
Oh yeah, it just says 1 out of 5. That's
I
how
want
many
to be a
people are in here.
bailiff.
Off the
All right,
drip,
Talia, I
starting,
sent
got
the
me
friend request for that one.
tripping. Nice.
Holy shit.
Man, I wish that we could do like 2 witnesses. I feel like that would be a lot of fun.
Well, that just
I'm
means
the
Millie
witness.
has
I'm
to
the-
play both
I'm
sides.
the witness, all right. I'm the witness. Wait till you see what kind of
Alrighty.
bullshit I come up with.
All right, are
Alright,
we
that
waiting
one.
on Talia still?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorting.
Yeah,
it
I think
out
she has to
now.
like switch her account and then get the game and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. She can't
Alright,
switch the one that she's
it's
currently
been
using,
gifted to
but
her.
she has a US based one. So the one that she gave Jack was at first
The UK
her
based one?
boyfriend's. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Um,
I just gifted it to her and everything, so she can go ahead and get it installed.
All right, I'll keep. I won't
Poster.
ready up.
oh,
Do
and
we
then
want
she
to
can
wait
be the
for it?
journalist.
Yeah, we can
Oh.
wait.
Or
Yeah,
she
we
can
can
be the
wait. You know what?
jury.
Or she could
Y'all
be.
It's not
should
gonna
She
take
can be
that
the
long.
jury.
And y'all should also turn on your Twitch mode if you can.
I did. But that's
Okay.
just for
I'm
the
gonna deal with
judge.
that later. I think really
you-
only one
Esther,
person
did you
who needs to have
customize
it
your
access.
sock?
I did
Shit,
customize my
Chinese
sock.
guy, how took that?
Isn't my username and channel name the same thing?
Yeah.
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 It's- I did like one weird.
'Cause I saw Charlie trying to do it. I'm like, oh no, I should actually probably turn it on. Hello, you gonna work?
It
You guys in TikTok, if you want to be more interactive,
Yeah, I'll deal with that later.
you can join the Twitch. I think the Twitch has like this interaction thing.
I think that's for
You
the
Holy
judge.
shit.
though.
Oh shit.
I think that's
Huh?
just for the judge.
Hello.
Is it just for the judge?
I
Tell
don't
me.
know. I'll look it up right.
Toaster? You are underneath me, dude.
Yeah. They're gonna develop reason.
All right.
I love
You're
how it went
welcome,
dead
Talia.
silent when I said that.
Oh, I was trying to figure out how to set. Maybe it is only 4.
Like channel.
I feel like they should allow us all to do it. I feel like that would have been fun.
Oh.
Some shit.
Okay, Talia, the roles that are left is journalists and juries.
Yes.
Oh, okay, it's not just for the judge. Not just for
It's
the
not?
judge.
Okay, it's not working
Okay.
for me for some reason though.
No.
I shall be a juror.
So did you
I'll
already
figure it out later.
go into
Confirm.
it, Aster?
I logged into it. It allowed me to log in. I authorized
Okay.
it, but it's like
You're gonna have to on when it says on and off, just off on, and you are authorized and you are signed into it. It just is weird.
oh, so I just have to switch it.
Yeah, like on and off, and then on. Should say connected
It does not.
or close settings and then do
It
it.
says not auth. Okay, now it's successfully authenticated. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Yeah,
okay, got it.
it's weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna deal with mine later. Okay, so I know I asked this earlier. Does everyone want to go to game chat for this? So the mute aspect actually works.
Maybe because that
I like it.
was. I feel like that adds it to like a nice fun level.
Can
Okay.
someone send me the room code, please?
It's in the
Uh,
chat.
it's in the voice chat.
Discord.
Oh,
It's in the
shit.
voice chat Discord. Kifo just sent it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then in that case, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and mute here. I'm going to tickle you.
3.
Okay, can you hear me in the game?
Yes, we can hear you.
Authorize.
Never.
Hello.
You can also hear
I
my
was about to say,
boyfriend.
we won't be able to use the Twitch because I'm gonna be setting up mine later.
Who the f
Uh,
is Mechanical Mastermind Talia?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. Kifo,
That's
you
my
are
US.
unmuted in Discord, just FYI.
What are you talking about?
And Milky.
They were doing game
Oh,
chat,
Milky.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that should work.
That way, so we can actually do the whole
Yeah,
muting
these are-
aspect.
Inviting you to their house?
All right.
Aster, are you ready to argue with each other?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
In
Yes.
the bottom left,
Sick.
it does give a little tip.
The
on
one
I
how
time
tried
you
to
guys
do
will
the
hear me argue with anybody
authentication.
else besides Kifa.
Huh?
It
tried
took
to
a
do the
good little bit
authentication.
before it worked
Yeah, the
for me,
authentication thing
honey.
is just weird. It'd be better just to deal with it.
I think it works now. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know what it does game-wise.
I don't know. I tried to
Okay.
do it even in your Discord, not Discord, your Twitch chat.
Oh,
and it
hey,
didn't
Manat.
work.
I'm so
Probably
sorry.
not.
I was trying to like fix some stuff, but
Alright.
thanks for stopping by. You guys have fun,
Yeah.
okay?
Oh shit.
Yay.
Oh, no.
Woo!
Oh no, it's over. It's so fucking over.
Okay.
Shit, there's a dog that's gonna get you guys.
I'm just waiting on Yak.
Yak.
Oh shit.
Hold on.
Well, is Kifo ready as well?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Keep
Yes,
those
right back.
everybody except Yak.
Well, I mean, is
Hold
Kifo
on.
here? I haven't been hearing Kifo.
Is it
Oh,
not working?
I have no idea.
Oh boy. What the?
Because I'm waiting.
Not doing that. Stupid game with
We
this
need to make
stupid
sure we
rule.
can
Alright.
hear the judge before we start.
Oh,
Oh, I'm gonna start throwing people into jail.
Alright. I don't know.
I was setting up
Kifo.
my Twitch.
What?
What do you mean that you're just gonna throw people in jail?
You said my name, and did you not want me to respond?
I said the whole entire thing that I said was it's not a good thing as the defense to hear that, Kifo.
It's gonna turn it down a smidgen for my ears. All right,
Oh
waiting.
my goodness. this. Wait, I have a dog? Hey,
Okay.
you cutie patootie.
Prosecutor,
All right.
what are you charging my client for?
Oh,
Who oddly, are you twin brothers with Patrick? You look awfully familiar, you know? You look like my last client.
but you
Don't worry. You won't have the same outcome as him.
do you see the thing in the top left?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, people can vote for me to hit the defense. That's great.
That's hilarious.
His name is Robert, stealing people's clothes from whom typically belong to women.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
let's
Some
start.
tough charges.
Let's hear the starting argument from the prosecutor.
Let me look at my evidence real fast.
Stop looking at me like that. Millie, are you talking right now?
Yeah,
If
Millie,
you
we
are,
can hear you.
we can't
Okay,
hear you.
so
A disturbing
Your Honor,
email.
I am bringing forth a disturbing email which originated from a female who caught him stealing women's clothes from the laundromat. And
Laundromat?
told him that he must, yes, because that is where he's been
That's
stealing his
right,
clothes.
yeah.
So she emailed him detailing that she saw him doing it, and pretty much
Oh, this guy was
gave him a
pissed.
chance before going to the police to pretty much turn himself in.
Oh, ow.
Milky, are you able to talk, Milky?
You might have to change
Can you hear
which.
me?
Ow.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, ow, he's
Okay.
punching me real hard right now.
And from that suspicious email,
Wait,
it
what
was
is this
sent
thing?
directly after this incident. Hey, Bailiff, could you
no.
not with the magic wand right now?
No,
I
no, no,
didn't
no,
know
no.
what the magic wand did.
Put the magic wand down.
Well, Snow.
All right. I'll
Thank
put
you.
it down. I'll put it down.
So, I'm bringing forth another piece of evidence. So he was caught in his home once the police actually decided to investigate it with a detailed map of the building. So logical escape routes. He's gone there and pretty much analyzed it. This like pretty much choosing which ones, you know, BMOs are that are reoccurring typically go to. And I'm going to let the defendant go.
I like how we're actually writing down notes. Millie,
Yes.
you may need to change the mic settings for your thing since I can't hear you.
I
No,
wasn't
she's-
talking.
Oh,
she
sorry,
just hasn't
sorry.
been talking.
Okay, okay.
Okay, my defense is that simply the old woman just had she didn't understand what he was doing. She mistook him having clothing in the laundromat and thought he was stealing it. In reality, he's just a cross-dresser. All the clothing that they found him in the laundromat was his clothing because he likes dressing up. He's so scared of people finding out this, but he is willing to come forward to obviously make sure that charges don't get pressed against him. But she just mistook him for having clothing, and for the map of the shop for having the map of the shop is because that particular laundromat had a broken contract with him. He was supposed to renovate the whole entire laundromat, so he had a map of said laundromat, but they broke the contract. He doesn't have any hurt feelings towards it or anything. Just a very simple, it just was an ended contract that explains the map that he has and the women's clothing that he did not steal but belongs to him.
Ma'am, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Why did said map have the words escape route written on it?
Holy shit.
Because whenever you renovate a place, you need to know where all the fire escapes are.
Yes, but why not label it as
Oh,
fire
fuck.
escape?
Because it's just a map that he was
Oh
quickly
my God.
using.
And if
Do you write
I,
the details of every map that you like write or whatever?
I don't draw maps. But I also want to point out
Oh my
that he
God,
also
dude.
has had
Prosecutor, if I may say
I'm
this
simply asking
aloud.
questions.
No, if I may say this aloud,
Holy shit.
I have worked in construction.
There you go.
Maps rarely, if ever, have the full word fire escape on the blueprints. It's usually abbreviated to just escape.
No way. Yes. Thank you. Good shit.
Okay.
Defendant.
That rests my case for the two evidence that was brought up against me, against my client.
Is it worth it?
Was the simple that it's his own clothing, and the reason for the map is because it was a broken contract. That's all. So I skipped the rest of my turn. Prosecution can bring up their next evidence.
Hmm. I gotta think.
You know you guys can call a witness.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. We do have Milky.
Also, I think it's highly detailed that when you go to the page, as much as you've written in it, it shows like scribbly lines.
Yes, I
I
saw
love
that
that.
earlier.
What?
So, I want to bring forth an inherited, well, not inherited ring, considering it is a female's ring.
Inherited ring, alright.
Okay.
I don't remember the
It-
last time that rings were both
literally
male and
just made it,
female.
or an old mistake. So maybe he accidentally stole the ring, but got a kick out of stealing females' things.
No, hold on.
Is this someone's ring, or is-
Prosecutor, why was it specifically a female ring? What's the difference between a male and female ring?
The fact that he stole it from a female.
How does that make it a female ring?
The fact it was a female's.
Well, wouldn't that just make it a ring owned by a female? Because saying female ring means there is such thing as a male ring. Correct?
It is
Owned by
just
males.
squiggly lines.
Oh,
As you can
shit.
see, Your Honor, he has a cane. He's a little bit senile.
Those aren't
Oh, that's
canes.
not a cane. Those are the strings
Also,
for his arms. Never mind.
Witness, shut up. All right, prosecutor, you may continue.
So what about this ring?
And I also want to point out that there has been a case of him being stuck in an elevator with a suitcase of female panties. Or
Say that last part.
Your
Say that last part
Honor,
again.
I don't like that
He
word.
is a cross-dresser.
Your Honor, I
Okay.
don't like that word.
Neither do I. Thank you, bailiff.
find a cross-dresser who wears female undergarments.
I know
Okay.
plenty
Better,
of them
better use of the
personally.
word.
Oh shit.
I give up.
For your information, prosecutor, I've seen you wear it. Anyways, the defendant.
Okay, now related to the so-called inherent stolen woman ring that he has, I have leaked DMs years ago where said ring, he bought the said ring from someone to go a part of his outfits that he has. I don't know what this prosecutor has this wonderful idea that, oh my gosh, my client that loves to dress as a woman, just because he's a guy, he can't have women's clothing, he can't have a feminine
Can I-
ring,
can I
he
take that
can't
away?
wear panties. Like, all the evidence that you're bringing towards is just, it's inconclusive.
headshot.
Does it go
and
away?
shows no
shit.
evidence of him actually stealing items.
Do what? Are y'all tomorrow? No.
The disturbing
go.
email that caught him stealing items from the email was at the laundromat?
The email that was able to be. You know what? I'm gonna
Just for a
call my
minute.
first witness. We're calling the president up, who can determine that said client dresses as a woman in his own free time. Milky, please take the stand.
Your Honor,
Okay.
Wait, no.
I
okay, here's his
know.
witness.
that he's stealing underwear. And do you want to know how I know, Your Honor?
Milky, you're my witness.
Because he's still-
Millie,
oh, I am.
Millie,
Oh,
Millie.
No,
You're
no,
supposed
no,
to be
no,
playing
keep
both
going.
sides, and you got called by the
No.
defense. Also, why are you not up there?
Why am I
Did
not
you not
up where?
accept it? Accept the call to the stand.
How do I accept it?
No, no.
Does it not say something on your screen?
It pops up, but there's nothing for me to click on.
Are you? Is there nothing in front of you when you look forward?
On my left side, it pops up, but I can't do anything.
Can you look at the
Is
stand?
there anything on your desk?
No, she has the notepad and paper.
Like-
Just a
That-
notepad and paper.
Does looking at the empty thing over there do anything?
What empty thing? Defense request to call. Yeah, I don't understand.
Let me.
Do I have to go up there? I can't just speak from here?
Oh wait, hold on. There we go.
Oh, that's how we do it. Okay, okay. And now you are the defense, my witness.
Yeah, no, he's guilty, Your Honor. He stole my
Milky!
underwear. I saw
Millie!
him do it, Your Honor. He came to my house. He came to my clothing line, and he took my underwear, Your Honor. And I
Millie.
saw him do it, Your Honor. I have the same.
Millie,
Milky.
you're on the side of the
He's
defense.
guilty, Your Honor.
Millie, you're on the
You're
side of the
on my
defense,
side.
not the prosecutor.
The witness is supposed to speak the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
Just to hear that we need you to speak. You're the actual person. Okay,
This is twice now that she's done this.
I rest
Okay.
my case, Your Honor.
there's no rescue. You haven't even started.
Can we hold the witness in contempt?
At this point, I
Yeah,
actually
we gotta hold
might.
it.
No, you think I'll
Okay.
forgive you, Robert? After you broke up with me for my sister, I'll make sure you're guilty.
Anyways,
That's the reason. I feel like that's even more proof that he is possibly a part of the LGBT plus community. He dated.
I'll end you after you
one,
left
one
me
sec,
for
one
her.
second,
I'll
one
end
second.
you.
Defense. Could
just-
you strike that off in the record? Yeah.
Yeah,
All-
strike
all
that
of that.
from the record.
Starting
Jury,
from when Millie
strike
started
that from
talking.
the record.
Thank you.
Stricken.
All right. That's all stricken from the record.
Okay. I
Let me show you in the
I end my turn because oh, maybe I should do one more. Hold on, let me look real quick. Let me see real quick.
If you do one more, that would be tied 4-4 with
Said we'd be
other.
together forever.
Millie, shush.
He said he loved.
I did not mean for that to hit you, Yak. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
And then
I was
this
trying.
is more evidence of his the outfit that he wears, his beautiful drag queen outfits. Is some people consider it scary mask because you know they can't accept drag.
Oh shit.
But I don't know how much more evidence. I didn't realize that dressing as a woman was illegal still. We're in 2025. We're in 2025. Now I end my turn.
Oh, there's only so much you could type. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like to call up. However, I don't know how to call people up.
It should be.
Open your folder in front of you, and it's at the bottom right corner where mine says president. Yours will say
Yeah.
like coworker
Oh.
or something.
Oh, okay. So you want to call up a witness?
Yeah.
You're just gonna call it Milky.
Okay, Milky.
Oh shit.
I
Yes,
have
Your Honor.
one simple question. I'm
Your
not
Honor.
Your Honor.
The prosecutor.
prosecutor.
The prosecutor.
Yes, sir.
Milky. Do
AJ,
you recognize
welcome.
that man over there?
I do, sir. Yes, I do.
Okay,
Where-
this is
where do
not
you
To Kill a
recognize him?
Mockingbird.
Where do I know him from, sir? Is that your question,
Yeah.
sir?
Yes. Where do you know
What?
him from?
Where's this southern
I know
accent
him
coming
from?
from?
My town, sir. We grow up together. We were supposed.
I'm sorry, it's the accent.
Millie,
I do
Millie,
believe
get to
that,
the get to the point.
before
You
court
Get
have a
to the
problem with
point.
my home accent,
Gangan.
Charlie. Huh?
Do I have a problem, Pops?
And
Both of you, stop with the accents. Get to the point.
Milky, has
Yes,
this
sir.
man ever been in your home?
He has, sir. Multiple times. We lived together.
Now, here's my question. Have
Yes,
you
sir.
ever noticed any article of your clothing gone missing
Yes,
without
sir.
your consent?
Especially the dirty ones, sir. The ones I never got to wash, sir.
Your Honor, it's a clean cut case.
Hearsay. This is hearsay. This is just
Wait.
hearsay. There's no evidence.
Yeah, where's the clothing?
Wait, hold on,
That is
hold on,
missing.
hold on. Are we? I'm just saying this just in general. Are we allowing objections? Objections? We're good with objections?
Yeah.
Sure.
We're good. We're good. All right. All right. Continue. Continue.
I do believe that before court proceedings, the witness did, not
shit.
the witness, but the defendant did request to be referred to by they,
Water.
them pronouns.
They did.
Hey,
I'm so sorry about
juror.
that. I didn't realize that.
Juror,
Yes.
was that your job, or are you supposed to sit there to you know, push judgment? Sit there quietly in the
Good job,
corner.
Milky. Good job.
The defendant continues to look more and more depressed.
Dude, I'd look depressed too if I was in a diver's bell.
Guilty
But,
conscience.
but Your Honor, she is a living witness,
Listen.
and if he has been the only person at the time in the home, and articles of articles of clothing.
Hold
have
on.
gone
No,
missing
hold on.
without
Hold
her
on.
consent.
Hold on. I'm changing it real quick. Sorry. This was a
Without her
laundromat.
consent.
We're talking about a We're
I
talking
just
about a
need to mute.
laundromat. We're talking about a laundromat, and now we're talking about someone's home. Prosecutor, when did we get from a laundromat to someone's
no.
home?
No,
It's happened
there
on
has
multiple
been-
occasions, Your Honor. Not.
See, Your Honor. One, you have the disturbing email that points him out by a female who goes to that laundromat.
Yes, but we talked about a laundromat. When in the
Yes,
evidence did you say about a house? There has been no other time where you have mentioned house till the witness. So unless you can say in any bit of evidence before this you mentioned house, said anything about going into a house, which I did not hear, then that part is
I
going to be
simply
thrown
asked
out. Do you
where
hear?
she
Do you understand me,
recognized it.
prosecutor?
I do, but I asked the witness who stated that he has
No.
been
You
in
let
her
a
home.
question saying, "Has he been in your house?"
No.
No one before then has
Hold on.
mentioned a house. No one before then has
Hold on.
mentioned a house. You started a question by saying,
Let me make a
"Has he
point.
been in
Let
your
me make
house?"
a point. I simply asked if she recognized him, and she has also stated that they also used to live together.
That's true, Your Honor. I brought it up first.
She
No,
did
she-
say that.
I want to clarify. She said that they currently live together. And then I also want to point out, if you look at the witness list, what is she labeled under as?
Co-worker.
Who says that you can't be in a relationship
Yep.
after? Well, hold on. Let me think of how I want to word this.
What do you mean?
I could be a coworker
I
and
love
date
you,
him.
Moldy.
Shush. There has
What do
been
you
plenty
mean?
of cases where coworkers have dated.
Yes, but I feel like
Illegally.
in this context, especially for the witness statement that the witness wanted to state, then the witness should be labeled either as roommate or partner, not coworker.
Me, so of course I'm not gonna be labeled as the.
But you said that he currently lives with you.
I did not, Your Honor. I said I lived past. I mean, ma'am. I said lived
You
past
did
tense.
not say
ED.
lived. You said live. Live. Currently live with. Those were your exact words.
This is true.
I don't.
He did say
Okay,
live.
she's
He did say
supposed to-
live.
No. Hold on. I was about to ask.
Damn.
Is Charlie supposed to confirm that? I thought she was supposed to sit here and keep.
She is supposed to.
Charlie
Well, then
the
again, we also
bailiff.
have the juror who
Yeah.
keeps saying things.
We don't have a journalist that is keeping track of things.
That's a
I
stenographer.
also
I
have a
was gonna
record of
say-
each statement.
Okay, what was the statement, bailiff?
There's no stenographer here. We can't really pull back unless you want to go through hours of footage.
Well, we no longer live together due to him cheating on me with my sister. Your
That has
Honor.
nothing. That's not
That-
relevant.
that was
That's
not in-
not
that was
relevant.
not in your
That's
statement.
not relevant.
It is relevant. He's guilty.
It was not in your statement. It says, "Yes, we live together. He's stealing my clothes." Is what I got.
I
As in
from the
current
record.
tense, he is stealing my clothes.
No,
as
no.
in
Did you press
now.
LIVE or LIVED?
hold on. I just want to
Live.
point that the question was: has articles of clothing of hers gone missing? And she said yes. And the only person who was around at the time was him.
You get your clothes done at a laundromat. There's a lot of things.
Bailiff.
Yeah.
No, just no.
Just the paper flying through. Actually, hold on, Ashley, do you want to see if we can collide papers? Three,
Two,
two,
one.
one.
Oh.
Wait, what was that, Talia? I saw you hold something up for a
Three.
second.
2, 1.
Oh, you could draw. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
Here, I'll let you see it as two. Let you see it too, Millie, so I'll move you back here. No,
Okay,
look
do
at
you
over
have
there,
any
over there.
more evidence to submit, prosecutor? No, I do. My evidence is this suspiciously large bill that shows, if you look at the details, all of the women clothing along with his credit card under his name of all of the women clothing that he buys, including women panties and women dresses and women's skirts, socks, rings, jewelry, and even wigs. He buys wigs.
Minus the wigs, you just mentioned my entire thing from Amazon.
So,
I'm even gonna laugh. As soon as you said wigs, I started to think about that interview that Dominic Monaghan did with Elijah Wood. And
Your Honor,
he
is
was
she
pretending
supposed
to be
to talk
German.
about this?
It was very funny.
I think we can let her pass.
Continue defense.
That was my very last piece of evidence. Was the suspicious bill proving that underneath his credit card with his name that he buys women clothing. So can you prove
Why
this
suspicious?
clothing
Why
that
why
is,
is it
quote,
suspicious if
unquote,
it's just a regular receipt?
because he was hiding the fact that he likes wearing women's clothing, so he felt it was suspicious because he didn't want anyone to know that he dresses like a woman.
Good point.
So, do you have any last bit of evidence, prosecutor?
I would like to call the witness up.
Again?
We've already had the witness on
Yes.
the stand
No,
3
hold-
times.
Hold on, because there's one simple
I'll
question
end
to
you,
be asked
Robert.
here.
I'll make sure you're behind bars.
There is one simple question to be asked here.
I feel like we should strike this witness from the court. The witness obviously likes to cause a ruckus and isn't here under the right. And like, can we even prove that this witness,
Your
is
Honor, whatever the defendant
honest?
says does not count. They're
Hold
blue.
on. Actually, I want to make a stand here.
Is that
Technically,
colorist?
Milky is being two different witnesses, so one witness per side.
Hold on. One witness can be called multiple times.
Fine, okay. I don't know if this witness is a viable witness.
I don't know if
Okay.
you're a
I-
viable defendant.
I-
Notice how
Loki.
y'all skin tone's a little bit similar.
All right, and you lost it.
But hold on. No, I have a
No,
question.
no. You had.
They're
Then
related,
she
Your
ruined
Honor.
it.
That
Then
is
no.
cousin, Your Honor.
Then you ruined it.
Milky. You know, I'll just ask you right here.
No.
I have a question for you.
Present your evidence. No more questions to the witness. No more questioning the witness. Present your evidence.
That is an unfair ruling, then.
You must let the witness speak, Your Honor.
Milky, has that man ever come up by your clothes?
Yes,
What?
sir.
Hold on. Could you say that question again?
Has he ever come
I
up to
asked her.
buy her clothing?
Because with your evidence, with a suspicious bill of, credit card statements stating that he has bought females' clothes, I am asking the witness here, whom have stated that clothes have gone missing, if he bought them from her.
You mean
that was
for
a question.
her?
No, sir. He hasn't bought my clothes for me. He takes my clothes. He doesn't give me money for it.
That is still a count of theft.
Oh wait, hold on. You have the green light now.
Do I have to fucking re-say all of that?
No,
so-
I just didn't notice you didn't have it till now. You
But
can
I
now
do
use
think
evidence.
In order for the judge to say guilty or not guilty, you have to provide one more
Yeah.
evidence.
Well, no, I could do it right now if I damn well felt like it.
I mean, this one does. Yeah, he could. Realistically, we don't need all 5.
Oh, okay.
But you still have a witness whom have had clothes gone missing of hers without him buying them. And he happened to be the only one around to take them.
Okay.
But just the fact that
He has a
clothing
history,
went
Your Honor.
missing,
Oh, hold on.
just because
Back
the
to you.
clothing went missing does not mean that he was the one who stole it. This clothing has not been brought up into, like, you have not found it on his body, in his room, or anything. It's just gone missing. The clothing that you have found is clothing that he has bought, which we
Strip
have
him
the
down right
bills
now, then.
for.
Let's see if he's wearing it right now.
Order.
She makes a very good point.
Oh yeah, that's not happening. No way in hell in any legal
You
court
see what
system
clothing he
do
is
they
wearing
ever
right
strip
now?
search a guy.
Because of these accusations against my client, he is down to wearing fucking red scrubs in the courtroom
I hit him with
instead of
fucking-
his
He's a cheater. He
gorgeous
doesn't have
gowns.
rights.
Because you guys want to incriminate him for wearing women's clothing. It is 2025. Bigotry is dead.
He's being incriminated for being a cheater and stealing women's clothing.
Hey, prosecutor.
So, Judge, can
Okay.
do you have a ruling yet, or do you need to hear from the jury?
All right. When do you hear from the jury except when you get the verdict?
Yeah. Do you want to hear the verdict from the jury?
I want to hear your closing argument, starting with the defense.
My closing arguments are simple. There's been no evidence to show that my client has actually stolen clothing. The rings that were claimed that he stole, I have evidence that he bought. The clothing that he is claimed to have stolen, I have evidence that he bought. What was the other things? And then even the map of the laundromat. I have evidence that he had the map for a valid reason. My closing arguments is that it feels like he was the wrong person at the wrong time, and just because someone claimed that he was stealing clothing, all because he likes to dress women and he likes that clothing to be clean, Your Honor. And he is in the wrong. They have not found a single bit of stolen clothing on him. Every single item that the prosecution has brought
Strip
up
him.
to the thing has been proven to be bought with his name and his credit card or DMs from a seller that he bought from. There's no evidence that he stole anything. I rest
He
my
eats
case.
them.
All right, and closing argument from the prosecutor.
One quick second. I just want to recall the fact that
This
he
is your
has
closing
had
statement.
I know. I'm bringing up evidence. That's why I said recall. A disturbing email of which that pointed out from a female client at the laundromat stating that she witnessed him stealing clothes out of the dryers being used by women.
Why'd I get
Now,
muted?
about the fact of not
I
finding
couldn't
it,
hear him over your voice from there for a
he
second.
would have most likely
Gotcha.
hid it. Plus, you have a living witness who has stated that clothes of hers have gone missing.
Oh, is it? You can.
Okay, anything else to say? Is that the
Natives can.
end of
No,
your
she
case?
pretty much nailed everything else.
With my ruling, Jerry, can you do anything other than show Victor?
Maybe show a guilty or not guilty. Oh,
That just turned blue to white. What does that mean?
maybe we can decide what color means. Also, we could also just ask, because it's one person. We can ask. Guilty or not guilty, jury? Oh. Thank you!
How dare you
Thank
make him not
you.
guilty?
Thank you!
You got away this time, Robert. Wait till I find
You-
you at home.
Okay, let's see what he released to applause. They vowed to write a book about their trial. After 6 months of work, they spilled coffee on their laptop, wiping out the only manuscript they ever had. That's hilarious. Wait, can we not play again? How come
Press
we
play
can't
Oh,
again.
yeah.
just hit play
Sorry,
again?
I think I have to press the play again.
Too late now.
It's not grenades.
I'm judged now.
The big old box of bombs.
Oh, Yak, are you not here?
Yak! Yak, where are you?
I backed out a menu
Or is
Yeah,
it-
because
did
that
you-
was the only thing that
Oh, shit.
No, you.
You just wait till the host.
Ritter.
So you can use the same code that
Oh,
Kifo
that's
has posted.
think.
Holy shit.
Ow! Ow.
I just finished an entire box of banana flavored Twinkies and I feel amazing.
Jesus, that's
Oh, fuck
horrible.
yeah.
Aren't those banned?
Oh, right there.
No.
All right. So this one, Amelia's the
They're not.
prosecutor, Aster's the judge, Honey Biscuits the defense, I'm the journalist, Talia's the witness, and Yak is the bailiff.
Holy shit,
Okay.
I got burnt up.
My boyfriend got burnt up.
I'm in the middle of so much fire.
Okay,
Okay.
let me see all the buttons that you have here.
Oh,
Hey,
what a
how do I
good
mute
boy.
someone?
Don't
How do I
worry.
mute someone?
Thanks
You just
for
tap it.
lumbering.
Grab the gavel and tap me.
Yeah.
Oh, I see, I see. Oh, Milky, you're muted.
So in my case, like if you want,
I didn't mean
Milky,
to-
you gotta
I'm
go
sorry.
into your
Okay.
settings
Okay, the
and
judge is on a
unmute.
power run.
I just wanted
So-
to try it out, that's all.
so in my case, if I want to mute a specific person, like say,
I don't know how that happened, my fault.
Milky's trying to make a point and Charlie keeps interrupting, I can sit here and use my wand to permanently mute her until she is finished.
Where is he?
Got
Oh
it,
shit.
got it, got it.
Oh. He's got me.
Okay.
He's got me.
So you tell
Prosecutor.
me if you need someone muted.
Will do. Prosecutor, do you wish to, what are your charges against the defense?
Give me a sec. I'm thinking I was gonna do the Damn Daniel throwing too many vans, but I'm gonna do something different.
How do I mute
Oh,
myself?
shit.
I'll get you out of here, buddy. You don't worry about a thing.
Oh my god.
I gotta turn you guys
I-
down.
Oh,
I-
oh, 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 oh.
Hmm.
I don't know if this is
What?
a crime.
It is in the state of Florida.
I-
Are we
We
doing
should-
a
we should
fantasy
call
world or is this real
Claus.
life?
Like, hey, Claus, is this actually a...
I'm so glad messing with your
I-
guys' volume in game has done absolutely nothing.
So,
how
wait,
miserable
just
he
a
looks.
quick question. Do we even have, cards to defend, or...
No.
We
Huh?
might have to restart
Well,
the lab.
there-
I don't know
there
if we
is-
could do
there's
that,
like
Milky.
one.
What do you mean?
There's like one that can prevent it.
I don't
How
know if
come?
we could, because there's no cards to, like, say whether or not he is or isn't ugly.
No,
We
you,
used teabag.
okay.
I
I would think use whatever evidence you want. Just don't use whatever evidence you want. Just say what you mean the evidence to be.
Okay. I will allow it. This will be my fun trial, I suppose. If anyone goes out of line, I will mute you, and I will have the bailiff permanently mute you if you do it again. Understood? Okay.
If you want to restart, you
Prosecution,
can.
I
could be
want
a
you-
juror. Oh, okay, yeah.
I want you to do your first evidence of why Doug is being accused of being ugly.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to see what you have to claim. Oh,
Your Honor, there has been multiple eyewitness reports of saying that he looks like a used tea bag. In fact, Your Honor, look at him right now. Does he not look sad, drained, just like a used tea bag?
if I'm being completely honest, he looks like my first two clients.
How very unfortunate, Your Honor. They should have also been on trial for being ugly. Your Honor, it's a crime. If you look in the Constitution, ugly is guilty. It's not allowed. It's illegal. Especially when it impedes on the happiness of others.
Damn, how are you a
People who
prosecutor
want
then?
rights client- Huh?
Aster, you're muted. Aster, you're muted. Aster,
Yeah,
we
Aster,
can't
you
hear
are.
you.
Aster, you are muted.
Aster, we cannot hear you.
Yeah, you're muted. There you
Now
go.
you're unmuted. There you go.
No, we can't
Aster
hear
can
you.
though.
Yeah, no, we can't. We can't hear you.
Your
You
mouth
still
is
can't
moving,
hear
though.
me? Can you
Okay,
hear me?
now
I
now
hear
we
you
can
now,
hear you.
sort
Yeah,
of.
we
You
can
sound
hear you
really
Okay,
now.
loud,
sorry.
though.
I changed my settings that way y'all can't hear my boyfriend in the background while y'all were discussing.
Ah.
Anyways, continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to cause issue in the court. That was my own fault.
That is all, Your Honor. He's ugly and causes unhappiness to others just by showing his face.
Okay. Defense. How do you defend against him being ugly, I guess?
I have first off, there was a free hug sign found. Okay. It was given many free hugs. Many people were asking for these free hugs, lining up at the door. Who would want now, Your Honor, I must ask, would you want a hug from an ugly person?
No, I would not.
Exactly. See, I don't know what this trial is for, but the evidence does proceed that my client is very well loved in this community. I rest my case.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection. He needed a sign just to get hugs from people, Your Honor. That does not show at all that he's hugged. It shows
That
Daddy.
I object. It was a sign consenting to hugs to show people just how lovable my client was. To
Objection.
the
That's not what
community.
she said. It was a.
Hey,
y'all
Judge.
are abusing the word objection. Objection is when someone says something that does not go towards you. Object whenever you want something stricken from the record, not when y'all are interrupting each other. Please, when the green light is on you, be the only one talking, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Agreed.
Be safe.
And I believe I still had it as the defense's turn. Continue defense. Was there any more? Let me know if there isn't. I can easily give it back to the prosecution.
Hey, Judge, I have an idea.
What's up?
There is
We
a
could-
melted wax love letter given to my client, confessing their feelings for my client, saying how wonderful my client is and how just they look into my client's deep eyes, saying they're forever.
By any chance, would you like to call up this witness?
Yeah, let's call up their spouse.
So
Yeah.
you grab the mallet, go up one till you see an eye, and then pick the side so it'd be blue. No. Just till it shows an eye on the mallet, and then there you go.
Okay. So,
Okay, spouse.
mm, okay. So, you are the spouse of my client, correct?
Correct.
How long has this marriage been?
We have been in an openly gay marriage for 17 years.
Now, why is it open?
Impressive.
If I may ask.
Because we decided that preventing other people from being loved was disrespectful to all of humanity.
So what you're saying is there's too much love for both of you that it just can't be reserved for just the two of you.
Exactly.
Yeah, yes. So what do you say to this defense being too ugly?
I think it's kind of stupid. Especially because my wonderful husband Doug was let's just say that he was the most sought after young man on our college campus.
Sought after young man, Your Honor.
Okay, now, bailiff, can you please unmute
Holy
the
shit.
prosecution so that way they can cross-reference the witness?
How do you like your paycheck that's coming in every week? I'm the defendant. Witness. How do you like that yacht you be riding in the mansion that you live in? Your Honor, it's not out of love. It's from money. Sought after because of money. Not because that they're well loved or that they're good looking. It's the money, Your Honor. I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry, I was talking to chat. Now, prosecutor, do you have any evidence? Oh, I can't. Do you have any evidence? Let me know if I need to switch it over to you to bring up evidence to prove that it's because of his big money that his
I
spouse
do
is with him.
indeed, Your Honor, if you'd let me present
It's
that.
not green.
I like to
Give
bring
me your
in
evidence.
a diary, Your Honor.
Ooh.
A diary that inside is written, man, I hate being with this ugly, blue, depressing, ugly man. If only it wasn't for his money, I would have left a long time ago. End quote, Your Honor.
Okay, spouse, what do you have to say about this new evidence that's been brought up?
That is not my handwriting. That is actually a forged document by the defendant's stepsister, who is jealous of him.
Your Honor, we can most definitely cross-reference the handwriting to see if it is, in fact, forged handwriting or if it is the witness's handwriting.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Um,
It was speaking
Are
to
we
you,
able
like,
to get your handwriting, spouse?
No.
Yes, perhaps.
Do I need to send you
Uh,
back to your seat?
Here's my question. What color is your diary, Mr. Spouse?
I was going to say, you about to say what color their skin is because it's the same as yours.
No. What's the color of your diary?
My diary is emerald green.
And the one presented in the evidence today is red and blue.
How do you see the color?
I can see it in the evidence. What do you mean?
I'm trying to see it. I don't see it.
Oh shit, she's got good shit.
I said red and blue, but that's
I did not mean to press that. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
not mean to use
jury,
that as-
everyone in the court, strike that from your record. Strike that from your record. What I will allow the prosecution, once it comes to the end, I will allow you to just state out loud one evidence fact, okay? Make
Yeah,
sure
you can
not
end
to
it.
misclick again, understood?
Understood, Judge.
Wow, dude.
Do you have any other evidence to bring to the court, or should the defense go up with their next evidence?
Your Honor, the witness had said that it was forged writing. I do bring the evidence of an overused eraser. I believe that the witness has erased prior statements to make the handwriting look different so that she may use this point to claim that it was not them, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. Are you? Is that the last evidence that you have to put in court?
Yes, Your Honor.
How can it be? They've never even seen that diary before, so.
So they claim.
But it's it's the witness's statement for the court. I don't.
Hey, may I say something?
Yes.
Go right ahead.
Yes.
My partner Doug and I are both artists, so an overused eraser is very common whenever we make mistakes in drawing or whenever we're doing sketches and things like that.
Ah.
Okay, good. Okay, for now, I think that is enough from the witness. And I think the defense needs to bring up a next case of evidence. Besides the witness. And Plaintiff, you can unmute Milky now for now. But keep it ready for if we need it. Milky's been behaving right now.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
I have a thing. I have, Your Honor. Oh my gosh.
journal.
Ma'am, I'm putting him under arrest.
Bad.
Your Honor, I have an overfilled mailbox. It's 90% junk mail, but that overly 10% is stipulating evidence that my client is very sought after. To the point where even their own mailbox is overfilled. And also the junk mail has to be from jealous exes of my client's new marriage that has been going on for 17 years.
You have a problem with the truth, bailiff?
That's my case.
Okay, prosecution, your turn for the next.
Your Honor,
Round
I
of
have
evidence?
evidence that even the defendant themselves knows that they're ugly. They had a plastic surgery appointment to get some reconstructive surgery done to try and make themselves more appealing and not make children cry whenever they see them. Unfortunately, they could not follow through. The doctor said that there was no way that they could fix that.
Your Honor, this goes against HIPAA violations of putting my client's doctor appointments within this courtroom.
Did you get the client's permission to go to the doctors? It doesn't seem like it.
Cough,
Do I
cough.
need to hold you into contempt of the court for going
Correction,
against HIPAA?
correction, Your Honor. Doctor's appointments is not HIPAA violation. However, information in regards to the appointment, like tests that were done, that would be a violation.
Isn't also the content of said doctor's appointment would also be illegal for you to obtain? Like, you know, whether or not it was a plastic surgery? You shouldn't know whether or not it was a surgery.
These were questions that I got from the defendant themselves when I had asked them questions.
That's hearsay then.
That is hearsay.
Hearsay?
You cannot bring the
Sorry.
defendant up to the witness. The defendant cannot be witness and cross-reference here. So unfortunately,
I didn't bring them as
it's
a
hearsay.
witness. But I did
Yes,
speak
but-
with. Wait, hold on. As an accusator, as in
Accusatory.
as an accusator, I can't speak to the defendant at all. Maybe
No, you
not
cannot.
during trial, but outside of trial, I can't talk to them at all.
No, it's illegal
No,
to.
you can't.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Your Honor.
Oh.
That'd be
Your
counting as
Honor,
witness
this-
tampering,
this-
which could
I'm
get the
counting
thing
this
thrown
as
out.
as an illegal trial.
Your Honor,
If-
I have an idea.
Yeah.
So, for some reason, the prosecutor brought in a dog as a witness, and as we all would know, dogs don't judge based off of looks. So
True.
why not
Why
call
did
up
you?
why not
Yeah,
call up the
let's-
witness to see how they react to the kill the prisoner?
A dog. How? What is your response to this? So, prosecutor, do you want to explain why you brought a dog into my courtroom as your key witness?
I do not, Your Honor. I do not. There was a reason I didn't call up a witness, Your Honor.
Unless
boy,
we
down.
have any more evidence to bring to this court, I think I have a verdict.
I
Yes,
would like to
please.
cross-reference this.
Okay.
Hello, doggy. Are you a good boy? Good boy. Good boy. Okay. Now, dog, do you have a liking towards my client here? Ooh, that
Does anyone
doesn't
speak
sound
dog?
very good.
You.
So,
Witness, I have a question for you. Not more.
You're a
of
bailiff.
The
Shut
bailiff's not supposed to be
No,
asking
no,
questions.
No. It's
Let's
not
allow it.
It's not a question that regards to this. It's more of a question on how the noise was made. Was it more of a grr, or was it more of a excited yelp? Your Honor, that was an excited yelp.
I see.
Okay,
I see
it's
my
a dog.
the
It can
client is very
understand
happy
human
with this.
speech.
With
So
I
why
can
is
see the
it your
witness.
key witness?
It's a setup, Your Honor. It's a setup.
It's
It's
your
yourself,
witness.
yourself.
Up yourself.
I did
Okay.
not call this witness.
I have a verdict. Prosecution, I will allow you one more chance. Do you have any other evidence to bring to court?
I do not, Your Honor. I can't play any more cards. I played that other one by accident.
Aw, dude, I had one more thing to publish.
Is that what they always say about like the tea spilling?
No, I
Well,
don't
that
know.
was successful.
We can't have two jurors. We
Hold on,
so we.
hold on.
You
No,
can't have
no,
two
no, we
jurors.
could.
There's three
You
slots.
you could. I was
no.
saying. I thought that was all.
was
I
gonna-
didn't.
I was gonna say we could sit here, fill up the jurors, and fill up the primary roles.
Actually, I want to see Talia be a prosecutor because have seen almost all of us but Talia.
So yeah. So actually, no. Let's have Milky be the judge,
I
Oh,
haven't
no.
been
Charlie be the
prosecutor.
prosecutor, and Talia be the defense.
But I haven't been prosecutor.
Who said that?
Me,
Oh.
Esther.
Then who's judge?
I was gonna say Milky,
Oh,
Nice.
since Milky has been here the longest.
Milky
and
wanna
she
be a
hasn't been
judge?
judge yet?
That's true.
So then
It
I
doesn't
Okay.
matter.
then I could say that the rest of us could be jurors.
yeah, huh?
Wait, so it's been Aster,
I can be
I
juror,
and
though. I
Yak.
can do.
Aster, I, and
Juror.
Yak have been. Aster.
So, honey, do you want to be prosecutor?
I guess I'll be a prosecutor. I don't know how to come up with creative stuff though, so
Me neither.
Speak out your
I mean,
ass.
you won the last one.
yeah, that's because it was a faulty case though.
That is true.
And,
But you
and
get
for
to
some
create the
reason, the
case.
prosecutor
you
brought
get to
a
create the
fucking
case.
dog.
Don't understand. Milky, did you choose the dog?
No,
Was
I don't
that
it's
like your
random. It's
option?
random. It's
No.
random.
No, it's
Okay.
random.
I don't know. I thought this was
Oh.
more of an improv thing. I didn't think it was be so
Sure.
realistic. So I'm like,
Devin's
what the
in
hell?
our-
It is an
in
our
improv,
chat
but it's so
after.
hard. Oh, I know. He did not guilty in my chat.
Mm,
I think it worked. I don't know if it did.
You have to.
I mean,
So wait,
we
do we
could-
want
the
all of us
judge-
to be jurors?
Wait, hold on. Do you
But
want to do the
I
shared
think it would be
chat
a fun
thing?
idea.
You want to do the shared chat thing just to test it?
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
That would probably
Yeah,
be.
I was
pretty
gonna say
smart.
we could do that. That way, so we can also have Milky put up a poll in chat, so that way chat could interact.
Well, I already sent you guys the invite.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'm already in it.
I did not.
SMH Kifo
And
not being a professional
I was
streamer.
about to say, depending on how long. This
Hey,
one
hey, hey!
takes,
I
it's
am
probably
not
gonna
a
be the last.
professional. I have never said I am a professional.
So this is something that I do at work. I will walk around and someone will ask me a question. I'm like, you know what? You don't want to ask me that question because I'm only a somewhat trained semi-professional.
So are we having where all three of us are jurors?
I'll
Kiefer,
work at a
you all
place
gonna
for
be juror,
like
or do
I
you
wanna-
4
want?
I wanna
years,
be
and I'll
witness
like,
for this
yeah,
one.
I'm still new here.
I think it might it adds more if there's a witness. So Yak, you and I will be jurors.
Millie,
Okay.
did you turn on share chat?
It should be on. Is it not?
No.
No.
Okay, I'll fix it. Give me a second. I'm still linking.
You're good, you're good.
Can we change the map? What are the other maps?
I
There
was actually
is
gonna ask
Trial
about
of
that.
Crowns in Cosmic Order.
Let's do Trial of Crowns.
Trial of Crown sounds fun.
Trial of Crowns is the medieval one.
Ooh, that's cool.
So we're just waiting on.
Oh, so we can do medieval? Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so now.
Is
now
anyone
share
else
chat.
streaming? Talia, are you streaming?
I'm not streaming now.
Charlie, are you streaming?
I am not streaming. My computer can't handle it right now.
Okay. You guys can see the chat now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Waiting on Yak to ready up.
My bad.
You good? You good? Now we start.
I was becoming an Egyptian.
Oh my goodness, what a defense attorney. Charlie's muted.
Wait, what happens if I do that? What color does it change to?
So-
Blue,
No. It's not
And
that.
that?
red.
Yeah. So pretty
Okay.
much, it's our vote.
I just want to know what the colors.
Yeah.
meant.
Messing with the fairy circle.
That is such an illegal thing to do, Goblin. Goblin, that is such an illegal thing.
Millie.
Am I still muted?
Could
No,
no,
you're good.
you're good. Could try setting up a poll real quick.
I have no idea how to do that.
Look down at the. I mean, it would help if you'd stop craning your neck to the ceiling.
Do I
Well, since
I'm
it's
not-
share chat,
I'm
can't
not in
I
the
also
game
do
right
it?
now.
Oh.
I'm trying to do the authentication thing.
Oh, okay.
But it
Oh,
says
okay.
bad request, invalid host, authentication, what did I just say? Not authenticated, so I don't think I can
Millie,
do it. 'cause it's
Millie,
not letting me.
Millie,
Yeah?
go in and out of settings in the game and then turn it on and off. Turn it off and on. It's weird when you sign into it the first time.
Oh, it says connected. Wait,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we're good.
Yeah, it's weird when you connect the first time. And then uncrane your
Press
neck
enter.
from the sky, look at the Twitch thing in front of you, and then it should let you set up a poll.
Okay, it says alright, so I'm gonna just exit out of the internet browser. I'm gonna exit out of this, continue. And where am I supposed to do it?
You see your right, bottom right? Not that far right. Not that
Oh,
far
wait,
left.
Throw a plane. Let's see if I can throw it. Oh, you can't make them knock into each other.
You guys like my drawing?
I can't see the drawing due to the prosecutor's fat ass head.
So what you do is you hold shift. Like if you hold shift, then it'll show the drawings.
Here. Is that better?
Well, he's not showing the drawings anymore. And then if I do, what is?
Oh,
Yes. Does that do anything? Oh,
100% yes.
okay. So it is just reading.
So then that's perfect because then the jury can say something, like can do it in chat. Yak and I can do it in
I
chat.
think you get one vote, Charlie.
That's dumb.
I
Well,
think
I
that
thought
might
it only
actually be
took
smart.
your vote.
I think it's take. I don't know what vote it is taking. I think it is. It doesn't show who voted for what, so I guess begin whenever Millie says begin.
Alright. Welcome to Fairy Court. Today we have Goblin versus Fairy.
Oh, there we go.
In regards to the Goblin, the defendant, being accused of messing with the Fairy Circle. We'll start off with the prosecution.
Thank you, Your Honor. I just want to
Yes, I
say
found
what
out how
a
to show art.
lovely time it is for the Fae right now. But
Mm-hmm.
hmm.
How's production been going with the fairy dust?
it's been fine. It's just been very slow, which is why I'm over here defending. I have found a water gun at the scene of the crime.
At the scene of the
Wait.
crime.
Millie, you're like muted.
Oh, I'm here. Am I
Oh,
muted?
okay. It like
Mm.
your mouth moved, but it just like didn't.
Because I was like a sound to like show that I was listening, but I was probably too low. My
Ah.
fault.
Okay. Well, so we found a water gun at the Fairy Circle.
Mm.
Oh wait, no. We found a water gun on the defendant here.
Right in the face.
Okay, so you're redacting your statement. So now that you found a water, what is that? All right, well that's a colorful piece of work. Okay, so prosecutor, you're redacting your statement. Not that there was a water gun at the circle, but that the defendant had a water gun on them. Is that correct?
Yes, and there was water droplets on our brand new rocks that we just eroded
Hmm.
for our Fairy Circle, for our Fairy Kingdom.
And did it not rain, or could it be morning dew?
It was dry as a whistle outside. The water fairies have not been able to get into town recently due to a plane crash.
Wouldn't whistles be wet?
Hmm. Witness, silence. Is the defendant allowed to argue, or does it have to be their turn to like go against that?
They can argue.
It's the green light's just so you can submit evidence.
Yeah.
Okay.
I finished,
Attorney.
so.
Do you have any statement?
Your Honor, I think that you will realize
Mm.
that I do have some good things to show you. For
Mm.
instance, my client
The jury seems to
was
think
out
otherwise.
here
go ahead.
purely because I cannot submit evidence. I don't have a green light.
Oh, okay, that's what we're doing. Okay.
There's a coffee shortage, and we are attempting to find coffee beans, and
Mm-hmm.
my client was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Mm. Okay. I have a question
Yes.
for both of you. What exactly
Yes.
does the water have to do with the fairy circle? What does the water gun do to possibly messing up the fairy circle?
It has stopped us from entering back into our fairy kingdom that we have built into our home.
So the water stops you from using the circle?
It did. It completely destroyed all our hard work to build this fairy circle portal.
Okay. And attorney, you're saying that the defendant is trying to find coffee beans. What does that have to do with him having a water gun on his person?
Your Honor, he had that water gun
Mhm.
to protect him from evil fairies.
That is a fair statement. Y'all fairies be trifling.
There,
Y'all fairies be trifling.
Is this Judge
Spacious?
Spacious?
Who said that?
Jesus.
Jury silence.
my question.
You may ask.
What did Jack just
Are you
say?
trying to provide evidence, or are you just discussing?
Hmm.
Oh,
I'll put
fuck.
this into evidence. I'll put this into evidence.
There you go.
There was also at the scene of the crime
Mm-hmm.
soap that was clearly not used enough.
Mm-hmm.
because we have a goblin here, and he did not keep himself clean, and so his stink. He came into the fairy realm, stinking up the place, saying he was looking for coffee beans, suspiciously saying he was going to protect himself from fairies. But if this goblin would have cleaned himself properly, he would not have been as detected in the woods from the fairies as fast as we have found him if he had cleaned himself.
Do you have any other prosecutor that has nothing to do with him possibly destroying the fairy circle?
There was also an electronic bracelet that was stolen from our fairy realm. So he had gone into this portal, stinking up the place, and then he grabbed the bracelet, took it out, and then messed with the fairy circle. Now, I don't care about stealing things in the fairy realm. I just care about the portal because it has messed up our travel reports so badly.
Okay. So what you're saying, prosecutor, is you know for a fact that the defendant did indeed go into the fairy world, and that there's evidence that he is the one who disrupted the circle because he was there and stole the bracelet. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Defendant, how would you like to
Your
defend?
Honor, I would like to present into evidence a dark web purchase for not only the stolen bracelet that was presented in by prosecutor, but also for a bar of chronically unused soap that was planted on my client while they were asleep.
And you know this how? Just based off of the defendant's word?
No, Your Honor. We have us a witness. I would like to call my witness the doctor.
How do I let you bring up a
Okay,
witness?
grab the mallet. Roll once so it turns so you can see an eye on the mallet, and then go to the person you want as witness.
Honey, why did you say no? Because you want him to be guilty.
I was curious.
And then you hit the side that you want, like so it'd be blue.
Whoops. Why didn't it work?
Hit the side that you want, the blue one.
Oh.
Not me. Jesus.
Whoopsie. You may speak, witness.
Your Honor, this witness's tongue is disturbing me.
Yeah, they seem a little bit tongue-tied. Witness, do you have anything to state? Or defendant, do you have any questions for the witness to prove the defendant's case?
Yes, Your Honor. Witness, we presented you with a couple of interesting little samples to run in the lab, and can you share with the court what your findings
Pause for
were?
a moment. I think we might need to do a redraw from the jury. The jury has proven to be goblinist. They are biased. Please do carry on.
What was the question?
Hey, just because it's not because we're goblinist. I very much support fairies.
Well, the other juror
very
literally just put
biased.
up a sign that said, "I am a goblinist." So, that does speak for itself. Please do carry on, defendant.
What was the question?
Jack.
The witness, the question was, can you share with us the findings of your lab results from the samples that we sent, both from the soap and from the bracelet?
Ah, yes, the soap and the bracelet. So butchered. They both came back negative for the prints of the defendant. They both were smudged and clearly were slowly put onto him in his sleep, not used correctly, as the soap did have other prints of another person, a fairy to be exact, and both on that and the bracelet.
Oh,
Thank you, Doctor. So you see, Judge,
Mm.
we have a professional that has a lab and ran
fucked up.
multiple tests to find out if, in fact, the defendant is guilty or not.
Your Honor, of course, the bracelet has fairy traces on it. It is from the fairy realm.
Mm. That is a good point. Okay. And so, what exactly are you trying to say here? Are you saying that the bracelet was bought on the dark web and planted on the defendant to prove that the defendant was indeed in the fairy circle?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it the
Okay.
soap or is it the bracelet? Because we know where the origins of the bracelet are from. So,
There was no trace of goblin anything on that bracelet in the lab results.
it was
I have
taken
a
from the
question.
defendant, though.
For whoever can answer, where did the water come from? The goblin realm, or the fairy realm?
Good
I think
question.
from
Doctor, what
the
did we
human
think from
realm.
the... Doctor, what did we get from the samples?
I did not get clear samples of the water, but they were clearly taken from inside the fairy realm due to the small remnants of pixie-like dust and magical properties that will not be found in the regions outside or in the goblin region.
That is a good point. Why would the goblin? Interesting, interesting. Defendant, do you have any other evidence to point out?
Yes, Your Honor.
I am
We
listening.
have here a hotel key card,
Mm.
and the hotel room was registered under a high-ranking fairy that decided to enter into Goblin Realm for unknown purposes.
Your Honor, there's no such thing as Goblin Realm. It's only Fairy Realm.
Hmm.
This is in fairy lore and also the lore of the kingdom.
Your
If you
defense,
would,
defendant?
I'll
if
have
you
that be
would-
stricken from the record.
if you would reference the Lord of the Rings, you will remember that there is in fact a Goblin realm, Your Honor.
We are not in Lord of the Rings, though. We are in D&D version
Ah.
5.
If I were to step in, even in D&D, there is a goblin realm.
Order. We are not in Lord of the Rings or in D&D. We are in Fantasy World, okay? Thank you. Please continue.
Who the fuck do that? Can't look behind me, you slithery bastard.
Can we have this? Can we have this
I'm gonna
witness
need you to
taken
pay
off?
attention. Indeed.
Just the same one, same color. Nope. The color.
Hold
Just-
on.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're very welcome. Defendant, any other statements, or can we move on to the acquisition?
Accuse it. What?
Continue on.
No, friggin' no, don't question me. Damn it.
I have one more piece of evidence, actually, Your Honor.
I am listening.
Must present. I did not ask for the witness.
You want to just
Yeah.
go back one? There you go.
So we should bring back the doctor because the defendant stubbed their little toe on the rocks, escaping.
Wrong one. Blue.
No, it's the defendant for
They
for
wanted the
prosecution.
doctor.
They want to cross-reference to doctor.
Oh.
Okay, so doctor, why is it on the record here that the goblin here has stubbed his little toe on rock sediment?
That could be taken from anywhere. Asking why they had stubbed their toe would be like why you had a hangnail randomly throughout the week.
That is not.
I do believe that is a fair statement. As stated before, the defendant needed a water gun to protect themselves from malicious fairies, so it could be that in running and pursuit from the fairies, he could have tripped.
Your Honor, you can't make stories up.
Yeah, you're the judge. You're supposed to hear, not create.
Understood.
I just
Okay,
need to know,
the
why
fucking
is it-
Aster,
why
fuck
is it in
off.
this
This
medical-
decor is good.
why is
Aster,
it
I
in
know
this
you're to the
medical
right of me.
report?
Stop it.
Doctor, why is it within this medical report then if you didn't see it as important?
Because stubbing and toe could have happened anytime from then to walking into the courtroom.
But this was taken at the scene of the crime.
They do the test after the crime.
You're saying that he could have stubbed his toe within this courtroom whenever the record has been taken at the scene of the crime.
They do the medical record after the crime has been committed. What?
I rest my case. Bring in my clown, please.
Just hit the red one. Just hit the red one. Just hit the red one.
Okay, Chuckles, I see that you're here today and you are a good friend to the witness, right? To the defendant?
Yes. I've known the defendant for many years.
And what would you say? Would you say the defendant likes fairies?
You know, anytime I mention fairies in past times, his face did turn a very bright red in anger. I could fucking stop it.
Yeah. Okay. But would you say that the defendant had any malicious intent towards fairies? Would you say the defendant is capable of causing harm to the fairies?
The defendant is very capable. I once saw him push a group of children fairies to the ground last week.
Last week, you say, huh? Let me write that down. Did you notice the defendant wearing anything silvery? Perhaps a bracelet when you saw them in the coming months?
He did wear a silver bracelet that his grandma gave him before she sadly died. But I believe she got it way before this.
Hmm.
Any
Sorry,
other
Chuckles, you're
questions for
just
the
you're just so
witness?
funny. Would the attorney care to cross reference?
So
With the
far.
what?
Go ahead.
I thought she said the eternity.
Oh, because your name is
Cross-reference.
attorney. Even though you're defendant, it says attorney. You're the
Yeah, but
defendant's
it
attorney.
is added
Defense
like
attorney.
eternity instead of attorney.
Oh. I will say, so far, I do not have conclusive evidence that Goblin is the one who definitively messed with the circle. It may be that he has malicious intent, but that still does not prove that at that moment he was the one who was at the circle. There's no one who witnessed him there. Simply just that Mr. Boo Boo the Clown. Wait, what was his name? Mr.
Oh wait, Chuckles, did you see the crime? You were there.
Better
weren't you?
question. Was Chuckles there at the crime?
Okay, are you asking me,
Yeah.
prosecutor?
Yeah.
Well, if it matters much to the judge and the jury, I did see him there, but other than that, I didn't see anything else. I was too busy
another
making the
question.
children laugh at the local fairy hospital.
Okay. Thank you for the question. Thank you for answering. And how far is the circle from the ferry hospital?
You could see it from at least the second floor window.
Hmm. And I do have a question for the defendant. Where exactly were you searching for these coffee beans?
The defendant was searching for the coffee beans 4 miles away from the ferry hospital, which, if you will
Hmm.
notate, that is 3 miles further than the scene of the crime.
Did you find any coffee beans?
No, Your Honor.
Hmm. Interesting. I would like to ask the prosecutor, are there in fact coffee beans 4 miles from the ferry hospital?
No, which is why there are no coffee beans in their possession.
Judge, before you
Hmm.
make your verdict, can me as a jury member state what I want to say? It doesn't have to be yet, but I want to make a statement.
I'll allow it.
Oh,
Okay. Me as a jury member, if I'm being honest, I do not agree with the prosecutor as the defendant seems to stand and contradict, their defense seems to stand and contradict themselves. But the defense should really be winning this courtroom. But I don't want to make the Fae hate me, so I'm voting for the goblin to go to jail. Guilty goblin for my safety. So, Judge, if you will, please put the goblin in jail for my safety.
Hold
That's all.
on. So, if the jury says guilty, do I have to make them guilty?
That's completely up to you.
Okay. At the moment, I say not guilty.
No!
Yeah!
I'm gonna die!
So how do I know if they were really guilty or not?
No,
Would it
that's
show
up to
that?
you. That's up to your discretion. That's up to your discretion.
Oh, wait, no, I
I
don't
don't
want to
think the
judge, I wanna
goblin
be
was
prosecutor.
guilty. In fact, the water that was used was fairy water. It might have been self-sabotage.
All right. Well, I am gonna head out.
Have a good night, Yak.
Okay, good night.
Well, it's not really me going to sleep. It's more like I'm gonna be getting ready for work.
Have you slept at all today?
Fuck no.
I
Yeah.
do
Is this
want
why you
to
two
leave.
got
I want to play
divorced?
Minecraft.
No.
Does anybody want to play Minecraft?
I
Mm,
do not.
I'm good.
That is not the reason on why we got divorced.
I want to be the
Understood.
prosecutor.
Y'all are just haters.
I'm down to do one more.
No, the
Probably-
reason that me and Kifo got divorced is because we kept arguing every night.
I thought you were in an open relationship. Oh,
Pastor can
goodness,
confirm we've literally been sending each other to the doghouse or couch almost every night.
Almost.
I can attest this is true. I can attest this is true. Hey Talia, do you want to be the defense?
Talia was just the
That was
defense.
just defense.
Oh, Milky, do you want to be the defense? Because I really want to be prosecutor.
You could be Oh, man. Okay.
I'm not sure what you're gonna do much as bailiff, Talia. Ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. I can't hear you, Aster. You muted.
I think it's because Aster's making the thing up still.
Oh, okay.
Also, did you not customize your sock at all, Millie?
I don't know how to.
Oh, in the menu, there is a clothes hanger, and then it'll let you customize it from there.
Okay.
I might play this game more in my free time.
This one. Plus, I gotta make dinner. Yeah, food is important, Yak.
This game would be good for like actually like being doing lawyer stuff, like mock trials for a class.
Hey, you're right. That would be fun, actually.
You good there, Talia?
Totally.
Totally, dude.
Totally, dude.
Everything's okay here, dude. And Mr. Sockham illegally making an out of code sex dungeon in their basement. Excuse me.
Interesting, Aster. And you should just name them Millie at that point. Honestly, that would have been funny.
True.
We could restart this. We could just.
Put Millie on trial.
I don't know. We
yo.
could leave it. We could leave it like this. I think this is good.
Oh yeah.
I'm very proud of this.
I feel like we could just say Millie and still be correct.
That is insane.
No, I did like 17 oil changes in.
They're just joined.
They're
No idea.
randomly appear, but you guys should probably check to see if your stream is picking up audio.
Is it not? 'Cause
Mine
Oh
shows-
my
shows mine
god,
is.
I don't think mine
Because
is.
Aster, I'm on your stream right now, and there is no in-game audio.
This is why you gotta love OBS and how
What I'm
complicated
gonna
it is.
do is sift between them and see if there is.
It's okay, Caster. Aster, Keith and I have the
I'll send you the footage.
game stuff, so if anything, you can take it from us.
That was
Keep
2
Kipo,
hours.
you're good. You're good.
Yeah,
That was 2
I'll send you the footage, Aster.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
It's just Aster.
I already fixed it. I just fixed it.
I'll send you the footage, and then
Alright,
I guess
peace.
you can sift through the audio.
Okay. Do you want me or the defense to go up first?
All right, let's hear the argument from the prosecutor.
Okay. So my argument is that this defense made an out of code based off of the electricity sex dungeon in their basement. Now, specifically, the reason how come this is a problem is because it's way darker than you think. If you look at this little black notebook that said defendant wrote in that was found at the scene of the crime,
Is that
it states that this oh my gosh, he's really angry. It states that he was building an out of code electricity issue in their sex dungeons. That way they could possibly bring suitors down there and die of a faulty wire fire. That is my evidence. The little black notebook has a list of enemies that he would like to kill.
okay? The defense is currently writing something down, and so is the bailiff.
Okay. Is it my turn to speak, Your Honor? It is. I would just like to know which exactly is the crime here: the sex dungeon, or there being no electricity in the dungeon?
Specifically, the out of date electricity in the sex dungeon.
I was about to say, I think the phrase "out of date" would weigh in a bit.
Okay. And so, just to be clear with the prosecutor, you're saying that because of the faulty wiring, it is to potentially, quote unquote, get rid of enemies?
It is the faulty wiring and his little black notebook that has a list of enemies that he wants to kill and bring down in the basement.
Okay. And this is in the defendant's home, I'm assuming?
It
You found
was, but
this?
it is now evidence in the said courtroom. I posted it as my very first list of evidence, the little black notebook.
I would just like to ask, when cross-examining the evidence, was this acquired with a warrant or was it taken secretly? I do not have any recollection of this with the defendant of this being allowed in the evidence.
It was taken legally with a warrant because it would not be allowed to be put into evidence. without
And that is
the
what I am
warrant.
questioning, prosecutor. Was it
And
taken
that
with
is
the
what
warrant,
I'm staying.
or was this from
stating.
before?
I cannot help that you did not pay attention to the evidence that I put in the log.
Technically,
Understood,
you don't
prosecutor.
need,
Here's a better question. What does this black notebook have to do with the faulty electricity? You are claiming, yes, that it is a to kill book, yes, that it is of enemies he wishes to end. Was there any evidence of them being in that basement?
If you pay attention to the little black notebook, it says in there, hopefully faulty wiring will take them out for me as a way of motive to cover up his tracks.
But you see, I have something quite interesting here. Give me a moment here.
Technically, you don't
I
need
like
a
to,
permit to gather that kind of
Bring
evidence.
to the defense a secret meeting. You see, what some of you do not realize is that our client here is indeed a businessman. Yes, a lot of these people in this black notebook are part of this business deal transaction. And unfortunately, they are not very trustworthy. They do a lot of backstabbing, sabotaging, and I feel and I fear this might be a part of this. Your Honor, we do have evidence, recorded video evidence of a secret meeting that went on, framing our client for all of the sabotaging the wiring, putting themselves on this black note list to make it seem as though our client was trying to assassinate them. I would just like you to listen to the audio and, just piece together that this is indeed a false statement and that our client is innocent.
Where's the audio?
Now let me be clear. Are you claiming that I'm the one who made this false evidence? You're claiming that I did this to possibly lose my attorney license?
I think the person who hired you made the false statement. That is correct.
Do you see a person beside me?
The person who hired you as a prosecutor?
The person who hired me as a prosecutor is the judge right there.
Actually, I feel like they should add a thing to where there is someone right there. Because this just
That's
having
typically
the
how it works,
defendant is
right?
kind of
When
weird.
you're in court. The accuser
Yeah,
and
unless
the
it's just
accusee.
state that is the one that's filing, then the state. It's like I'm the representative of the
Yeah.
state. But normally it's a person.
Oh,
and
okay.
another
So then
person
in
on
this
either
case,
side.
are you representative of the state?
I am representative of our great medieval state.
Then yes, it is you who is part of this false accusation. You were put into their pockets. They offered you money. It is all in the secret recording. Judge, if you listen to the recording, you'll hear that our client, our defendant, is getting too powerful. And they are fearing that with this power, they may no longer need use of him. So their plan is to take him down, have him in prison, take over his company, and split the profit among all of them. And this, prosecutor, is all part of the plan.
So you're trying to claim that this whole entire courtroom is because your defendant was getting too big for building a sex dungeon in his basement?
Correction. It is an extra curriculum activity.
Sex dungeon that you have sex in, right?
No. Pleasure district.
Pleasure district that involves
mm.
sex.
It's legal. It is legal.
I'm not saying the sex dungeon itself is illegal. I'm saying the faulty wiring in the sex dungeon is.
That is very true. You know what they say, sex sells.
Okay,
If I'm
I'm
being completely
just...
honest, Judge, I don't know what evidence this courtroom is being brought in by the defense. They have not presented
My
this audio, they
defense
so-called say.
was the audio of the secret meeting that went on to frame the defendant, which I just stated as to what the audio had stated. They are coming up with this plan to take down the defendant because his business is too big and they're afraid that he will take over the whole industry and leave no room for them. So they are sabotaging the defendant, which is the faulty wiring, so they can throw him in jail. And you, prosecutor, are all in on it because you will get a nice cut of the business that will now be in their hands.
Yeah,
but
we
okay,
should.
real quick. Now, Judge, what is the jail time, or what is the form of punishment for this crime? Out of date electricity? Is
They
it
should make their
jail
own bets,
time,
I agree, honey.
or is it just paying a giant fee, a giant fine, and
Um,
getting it fixed?
Quickly go through the book real quick. Just
Because to make what Milky is saying is true, then I would have needed to accuse this client of a crime that was worthy of going to jail.
You did say attempted murder.
I was just bringing possibility darker reasons, but the
Oh,
actual thing.
possibility.
order.
Okay.
All right. Section 15, Article 27, Subarticle 12-B. Sex dungeons must be brought to proper and modern day appliance to safety code, whether that be red light districts or own personal homes, including electricity, plumbing, toys, lube, and any other equipment needed. That if going against and if disregarded shall be paying a fine or jail time up to 5 years with or and a $1,500 fine.
Now, Your Honor, even if without the jail time, his reputation would be ruined. Who would want to continue business with a client who's possibly endangered, willing people who are coming in for their fun times? And even with the jail time,
You.
5 years is quite a bit of. I'm muted, you said?
I didn't say that, I just said you.
Oh. And 5 years is quite a bit of time to take over a company, with his absence being in prison.
Company.
There'll be nothing for him to do. I ask you to take this into consideration, Judge.
I want to put into court this loyalty card to show that this client's
Wait, whose loyalty card?
this client's reputation, this card is just proving this client's reputation,
Prosecutor.
that his
Prosecutor.
can you hear me?
This
Hello?
is your loyalty card. It has your name on it.
Yes, I'm claiming that this loyalty card is a reputation card of the defendant, showing that his reputation is already plummeted. Everyone that was loyal to him has already left him way before this prosecution event ever happened. So how would I be affecting his reputation if his reputation is already in the ground?
Hold on. Wouldn't a loyalty card mean you've gone there multiple times on consistency enough to earn the card?
Yes.
I misunderstood what a loyalty card means, if I'm being completely honest.
I also think you skipped the part where I said it had your name on it. But anyways, we'll skip that part.
Your Honor, I would just also like to bring out the worn out duct tape. All right. So, Your Honor, as the reason that we're here of the faulty wiring, we have hired professionals recommended by people in the said black book that the prosecutor has brought forward. We took the advice of those people, of a trusted electrician to fix the wiring. And upon further inspection, when the team did come in to check the crime scene, they saw that the wiring was covered in this used duct tape. Now, Your Honor, I would assume that as being business partners, wanting the best for each other, if you offer, to find a handyman to do an upstanding job, right, that they would be able to do the job properly. But instead, the handyman that was hired used duct tape to fix the wiring. Now, Your Honor, I don't know about you, but that smells like a setup right there.
Yes.
I keep on hearing setup.
Thank you.
I don't understand.
Holy shit.
Why
It was
we
in the
think-
recording, prosecutor. It was in the recording. You guys are setting up my client.
There may be a recording, but
That
there's no proof who is in that recording per se. Who was in it? Who?
I would like to bring up my witness, Your Honor. The witness is a granny. She has worked in voice
we don't have a
detection
witness.
We
and
have no
in-
one.
Oh wait, hold on.
We don't. Oh. Here we go.
Oh,
This. Oh, but who's gonna act the granny?
Well, Talia, this is giving you a chance to do something.
Oh.
All right,
No, you-
Granny. So this is basically your job, okay? You are an old granny who works in voice detection, and you have worked as a detective for many, many years. So when you were given the evidence of the voice recording, you were able to cross-reference the voices of who were in this black notebook to prove that yes, they are indeed the people in this recording. So now I'll ask you, Granny. The voices that are in this recording,
Machine gun
are
boy.
they the same people that are in this black notebook?
Yes, dearie, that is true.
Your Honor, I think that's enough evidence to show that they were indeed in the recording that was plotting against my defendant.
Prosecutor, do you have anything to say to the witness? Any questions?
I have a diary. I have a diary.
Do you need to say anything to the witness?
The witness, I have no clue about the audio. I really have no clue about the audio and whether or not I have no clue what your job is, or if you can. I have nothing clarifying whether or not this doctor has an actual job or not. And that's, but I do have a diary stating the faulty wiring in the basement was on purpose, and the client and the defendant's handwriting. How is that set up? How's that set up
Yeah.
if it was in his handwriting?
Your Honor, that could very easily be forged. I would just like to bring up.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Uh-huh.
What did you do?
I would like to bring up a message that was accidentally sent to the defendant. Now, in this message that the defendant had left unread, it was basically asking for a copy of the defendant's handwriting in previous signed contracts to possibly, and this could be possible, to write this diary entry that has been provided here today.
But
Therefore
this is
stated.
just a signature. You cannot write a whole entire diary based off of a signature.
From documents. There are more than just signatures and from handwritings on documents. There can be
Enough
notes
to
taken during
forge
meetings.
a whole entire diary. That
All
has
you need is A, B,
years
C, D,
upon
E, F, G, H, I, J, K,
years.
L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. And I guarantee
Yeah,
you
but
there's
you
no
also
Z in
need
that
to
diary.
see. You need to see.
Order. One at a time. Prosecutor.
Your Honor, it is quite easy to forge a handwriting. In fact, if you
I
bring
said
up that,
prosecutor.
I'm sure-
Now, I'm not lying. I'm not saying that the defendant is wrong in saying that it's not hard to forge a document, but it is hard to forge a notebook full of dates and years worth of entries. Not just this one entry I found, but years of entries. And if it was a forged entry just being based off of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, like getting those letters, it still doesn't work because there is this YouTube evidence showing that just having one single letter and putting them together is not the right, like you cannot forge a whole entire notebook worth of years of entries with just A, B, C, D, E, F, G, like just those. You need to see how like A connects to B and A connects to C and how C connects to A and C connects to T. Like it needs to be like all of those connected in order to be able to make a whole entire diary.
One moment, prosecutor.
Worth of
Unmute
entries.
bailiff. Thank you. Defense, do you have anything to say?
Do you have a Your
Unmute.
Honor,
Not
I would
turn
just
people
like
to
to
birds.
say that how did the prosecutor acquire this diary? It certainly couldn't have been of any legal means. I mean,
Warranty, not warranty.
is-
Warrant.
Holy shit.
Could you produce the warrant?
now the warrant for the basement, Your Honor, that makes sense. For something so personal as a diary, I just can't help but wonder, how did they acquire such a thing?
It could be a broad spread warrant where it's the entire house.
Hmm. Now, what the prosecutor is saying about the words about connecting A, B, and C is indeed correct. It is certainly difficult to forge a whole notebook, although not impossible. What is extremely possible and very likely is that they had simply forged those statements. In fact, Your Honor, I would like you to take a look at the diary if you can. If you look at the gluing of the book, you can clearly see that pages were added. And if you look at the spelling, the cursive of the words, especially the A, our defendant here has like a little thing where they like curve the tips of their A. You can clearly see that this is not our defendant's handwriting. Therefore stating that yes, they may have the defendant's diary, but the entries stating that this is something done on purpose, which it has been done, clearly, just not by the defendant, that it was forged and therefore planted to try and make my defendant guilty.
Prosecutor, I can't hear you.
I just want noted that I have this notebook of warrants that has classified files to let us search the whole entire house to make sure that the whole entire house didn't have faulty wiring. Because if one floor has faulty wiring, then
Prosecutor.
all of them could. Yes.
How did you get a handle on it if they are classified?
Because certain people can hold classified documents. Classified isn't classified to everyone.
Were they classified to you?
They were classified to me once I took on this case. Like, I got to get it once I got this case.
Okay. Carry on.
And I think interesting that the moment that you got your hands on these said documents, that these entries making my client guilty just happened to appear in there. Your Honor, I would like to state that this is indeed a setup, that this is planted evidence. There was no such entry of our client having this being planned. That
I just want it cleared that there is no evidence that the defendant is bringing
look
to
at the gluing
table
of the
to
book, Your
prove
Honor.
that the diary is tampered with whatsoever. They are just
Your Honor,
saying,
as
look
I
at the
stated
gluing.
before, if you look at the gluing of the book, Your Honor, you can see that pages have clearly been put in. Although well done, if you look closely, it can be seen and noted. And as I mentioned before, Your Honor, although the forgery
Where
of the
is your
handwriting
evidence?
is pretty close, look at the notebook. Look at the notebook. You brought it as
You
evidence,
have
Your
to
Honor. Look
provide
at the
your own
notebook.
evidence. Bring your own evidence
I
to
can
the table.
cross-examine your own evidence.
Yes, but you have to cross-examine it with your own evidence. Show us your evidence.
No, they don't. You could cross-examine someone's evidence without having evidence of your own.
Your Honor, I would like to present some evidence to prove this. Inside of this mystery grab bag
Okay.
to help is equipment to help show. Look closer, look at the glue. These pages have clearly been added into the notebook. And look at the A. The cursive of the A is clearly not the same as the rest of the diary. Your Honor, you cannot let this poor defenseless man fall for this. He is doing a good thing for himself legally. We cannot let this stand.
Every single letter is not going to look the exact same for every single person. All my F's look different to other F's. All my A's look different to other A's. They have similarities, but they don't all look exactly to a T perfect. If they looked exactly to a T perfect to previously written A's and F's and D's and whatnot, then that would state that it was a forgery. So by your own statement, you made it clear that it's not a forgery.
No, you see, prosecutor, that is the thing. That is the thing indeed. You can make it look as closely as similar, but you can look at handwritings and be like, oh yeah, that's their handwriting, or oh yeah, That's that handwriting. If you look at the book, Your Honor, on the pages that clearly are glued into the notebook, they may try to look similar. They try to. But certain details, like with your A's, like certain ways that you write your letters, like for instance, if you do a 7 and you put that line through that 7, you're not going to suddenly just not put that line through the 7, now are you? So with the way that the defendant writes his A's, he's not just going to suddenly not do that cursive with the A. He's going to keep doing that cursive with the A. Let's say you do a 2 and you do the loop-de-loop 2, not the straight 2. You're not just going to suddenly stop doing your loop-de-loop and do a regular 2. No, you're going to keep doing the loop-de-loop. That is my point, Your Honor. And he's not going to suddenly change the way of his handwriting. It may not always look identical, but it is virtually the same. And in this case, it is not the same, Your Honor.
Rude.
I would like to ask if the prosecutor has any other defense against.
Uncuff the prosecutor. Alia, uncuff the prosecutor.
The defendant has a scary mask in his basement. That terrifies me.
That is not sufficient evidence for anything. That is a personal thing that should not have been brought up as evidence.
I've brought up all my evidence, and I do not feel like the defendant has brought up enough evidence to claim that what is happening here is supposed to be framing. How often does someone get framed for a crime?
The real question
It
is,
is
how
clear-
often does someone get caught for framing someone for a crime?
How
It is
often do you report
clear
a sex dungeon
evidence
to the
that
government?
At the bare minimum, this defendant has faulty wiring in their sex dungeon. At the bare minimum. Out of everything else happening tonight, today, anything, at the bare minimum, there's faulty wiring.
Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence I would like to bring forward to the court. The cause of the faulty wiring. Your Honor, if you look at this crushed can,
What?
it may seem like an innocent can, you know, something that someone drank from. Now, I did do some DNA. Oh, sorry. I'd had some DNA diagnostics done. Unfortunately, the idiot who drank from this can and did not clean the area. And I would also like to inform that the DNA found is a Samuel Jackson. His name is also in the Black Diary. One of the people I am saying accused the defendant. If you look at the wiring and in the diagnostics not diagnostics, in the what do you call it when they look at the crime scene? I guess you could say autopsy done at the crime scene.
Autopsies for
About
the dead.
Forensics.
Thank you, forensics that was done to look at the wiring. It was, you know, ripped. No, it's not saying ripped. It was rather worn. It was tethered. It was frayed. Yes, that's the right word. It was frayed by something sharp. And in the wiring, for the wires, was bits and pieces of a sort of alloy and of aluminum. And it just so happens that it seemed to come from the same exact very can that I am presenting to you today. Now, I would like to say that it seems very likely that the person whose DNA is on this can is indeed the one who messed with the wiring, who also just happens to be the one who recommended the handyman, who used duct tape to try and fix the wiring. Now, Your Honor, if that's not a setup, I don't know what is. I end my case.
Okay, I'm more concerned about the whole Samuel Jackson thing. Also, why are they doing forensics for a crime that isn't for the dead?
Exactly. If it was supposed to
attempted
be
murder.
attempted
That's what I
mur-
had heard in the beginning. That the black notebook was of list of people to
But
possibly
no one
kill from the
actually
wiring.
tried to kill, so therefore there was no need for forensics. So why
Well,
did you have a forensics team at the scene of crime unless you were planting your own evidence?
To figure out who this can belong to. My client does not drink alcohol, Your Honor. But there was a beer can at the scene? Now that seemed interesting. Don't you think so?
Aren't cans usually?
Yeah, now
10,
aluminum.
They are? I don't know.
Oh, you heard that? I
You
was
said
talking to
your
myself. Sorry.
forensics says that it was aluminum.
Well, that
Aluminum.
can just happened
my
to be
God.
made of aluminum. It was made from an aluminum factory. Deus Ex Machina, yeah.
It's just very suspicious that you did forensics on a site that didn't need forensics.
There was a can, and we needed DNA on who the can belonged to. And may I also remind you, Judge, there is literally an audio of them saying they're plotting on the defendant's downfall and how they're going to do it. There's literally evidence about that, Judge. Literally evidence.
Defense. Maybe saying audio is not a good thing when there is no audio for me to listen to.
You asked what the audio said, and I explained what the audio said. And I brought my witness, the granny, who is a voice examiner and a previous detective of 25 years. She attested to who the voice belonged to.
And who might that be?
The people in the Black Notebook, Your Honor.
Could you give names?
One of them is Samuel Jackson, Your Honor. Do you want me to keep listing names?
Was that the...
Your
Although
Honor,
I will make a statement. Why would they be making it? Wouldn't that be more of a reason why he would want them in the little black notebook and want to kill them if they made an audio clipping saying that they think he is too powerful and they want his downfall? That gives him more of an evidence for his little black notebook and making faulty wiring.
Your Honor, I do admit that there is a book with names inside, but it is of him keeping track of who his enemies are. You see,
So
in
the
this
line
business,
of people I want to kill in quotation marks in a electric fire in quotation marks is just him keeping a list of his enemies.
we already established that in that diary there was planted information. If you had looked at the glue, from the bag that I had
The
provided.
diary and the little black notebook are two
All right.
separate
Order.
evidence.
One, we're not going to pass over the fact that it's a notebook of enemies. That part is still concerning, let alone if that has anything to do with the faulty wiring or not.
Unfortunately, Your Honor, we're only here for one thing: the faulty wiring,
All right.
not of the notebook.
I want final
But-
statements.
Regardless, go ahead. Sorry, Your Honor.
I want final statements. Prosecutors first.
So, final statements is this whole entire time the defendant has been claiming that all of these like bits and pieces of evidence saying that the reason for the faulty wiring was planted on him. For the reason for like why he wanted the faulty wiring was planted on him. But they did not prove any evidence on that the faulty wiring wasn't there. That he wasn't the cause of the faulty wiring. I stand my case on maybe the reasoning behind the faulty wiring could be up to interpretation. I still think that there's dark intent behind it, but at the end of the day, there's still faulty wiring in that sex dungeon. At the bare minimum, prosecution wants a heavy fine, the faulty wiring fix, and 3 years in jail. That is it.
Defense?
Your Honor, I would just like to point out that just as how they are saying that they can't, I have not proven that my client did not do it. They cannot prove that the statements that I have made are false. Everything that I have brought as witness to the judge and to the prosecution is of who could have possibly, not possibly, who has caused the faulty wiring, the sabotage, the forensics taken to showcase that. I do not think that it is fair, Your Honor, to make my client guilty, to charge him, to jail him for something that was done onto him. I would like you to take that into consideration, Your Honor. Thank you.
There will be a small mediation while I look at Twitter.
You mean X?
What?
Her blue
What?
self.
You heard me.
Okay, fine. We'll just sit here while you look at Twitter.
I'm gonna eat my Nutella.
I'm just kidding. I was looking at. I was eating something. With the evidence
Okay,
given,
how do you- how do you-
with the evidence given to me from both sides, defense and prosecuting, I hereby say that Mr. Sockham is guilty and will be serving.
Yes.
And will be paying the entire $1,500 fine and shall have the sex dungeon, remodeled and fixed by the end of next month.
I'm happy with that, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Tried to yell about conspiracy and prove their innocence. That's actually insane.
So you want me to press the entire thing? I gotta unmute in
I think
Discord.
Millie left.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play Marvel Rivals now.
Yeah, I think I'm down to play
Please
something
go on.
else.
Welcome back, Sky.
I'm gonna go probably draw.
Hey, do that PNG. Do your animal.
Oh yeah, I want to see your black cat in a panda costume.
Still working on it.
I don't know if I'm good. I think I might end my stream here because I don't think there's anything else I really want to stream. I just quickly did a stream for this,
That is I.
which was fun.
Why I
You'll
see
see.
flamingos. Don't worry about it, Curb.
Hop into Discord and for Marvel. When did I get here? I just got here. Hello. Can you believe them? They're just like, when did you get here? Like I just joined.
I see a
Wait,
pretty
get where?
Aster.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, is anyone? Not that I have.
No. With the evidence and oh jeez. Oh, what just happened? What just happened? Power vested. Hereby adjourn this court. Find you all guilty.